Yo, 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 yo. Let's go. Let's go. We got Smoke 82. We got Crazy Guy in the house. Not 49ers. We got Cowboys, Cardinals, week 3. And week 3 has been insane. Watching some of these early games, I can't believe what I've been seeing. The Packers, a crazy comeback win to beat the Saints. The Dolphins have put up 70 points on the Denver Broncos. Like, what in the world is going on out there, folks? But I hope you're all having a very lovely Sunday. We're going to be here for Cardinals Cowboys. That game is kicking off in about 10 minutes. Right now, we actually have Panthers Seahawks on. Panthers moving the ball against Seattle. What is going on here? I'm just going to scoot a couple of things off to the side, get myself all set up. This is a relatively, not a fully, but a relatively impromptu stream. But here's the thing, the Niners play the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Those are our next two games. Week 4, we play against Arizona at Levi Stadium. Week 5, we play the Cowboys at Levi Stadium on Sunday Night Football. So this is actually a really good opportunity for us to see the next two opponents that the 49ers are going to face. Now, the Cowboys, to me, are arguably playing the best football in the entire NFL. Cardinals, not really, but in fairness to the Cardinals, they've played two teams really close. Now, we don't really know how good those teams are. When we look at the New York Giants, we look at the Washington Commanders, both games were very close. Commanders blown out by the Bills today. The Commanders were 2-0, 37-3 they lost. Unbelievable. Question is, are they going to win like Cowgirls or same old Cowboys? Look, I mean, I'm not really a betting guy, but if I was, like, you got to bet on the Cowboys in this one. The Cowboys 2-0, arguably playing the best football in the league. Cardinals, they got a lot of problems. But I think the Cowboys win this game. Hopefully it's pretty close. Hopefully the Cardinals do some crazy things and, bring some trick plays out and try and just, throw a wrench in it or make it life difficult for the Cowboys. But you can bet anything that Kyle Shanahan, basically the entire coaching staff, and probably a lot of the 49er players are going to be watching this game because these are again our next two opponents, Cowboys, Cardinals. But yeah, wow, what about some crazy games? Let's take a look at some of the scores around the league. Cleveland 27, Tennessee 3. I thought Tennessee could have potentially, going into the game, I thought they could have won that after they had a big win against the Chargers. The Browns, they get themselves right after looking like a disaster on Monday Night Football against the Steelers. So that's good, obviously, if you're a Browns fan. The Niners play the Browns in Week 6. Deshaun Watson finally looking pretty good there. Um, Buffalo beats Washington, yeah, 37-3, just a complete domination. Sam Howell, 4 interceptions. Let's see, 4 interceptions for Sam Howell. So that was a disaster. Uh, Detroit 20-6 over Atlanta. Atlanta's offense slowed down. Arguably the upset of the day. Houston 37, Jacksonville 17 in where was that? That was in Jacksonville. Unbelievable. Just what is going on there? But we got the right now before we get into and the Cowboys Cardinals will be kicking off in about maybe 6-7 minutes. Right now I'm watching Panthers Seahawks. Panthers are driving in Seattle territory. If the Panthers could get some kind of a result against the Seahawks, that would be awesome. We all know, look, Seattle in our division, blah blah blah. Looks like the Panthers are going backwards though. They're just getting flags, and a few more flags for good measure for the Carolina Panthers. But look, I think we all are going to expect the Cowboys to beat the Cardinals, most likely in dominating fashion. I do hope the Cardinals can make a game of it, though. That's all we really want to see, is that the Cardinals can make some kind of game of it. Maybe they have to do some trick plays. Maybe it's a fake punt, whatever they got to do. Be aggressive of going for them fourth down. They're playing with house money. Nobody expects them really to do anything this year, let alone beating the Cowboys. So But we'll see what Carolina can do here if they can get in. The Carolina is in field goal range against Seattle in the first quarter. Carolina have a chance to go 3-0 up against Seattle, so that's something at least. But some crazy scores around the NFL. Indy and Baltimore tied in overtime, and there's only 4 minutes left. Miami's put up 70 points. You heard that right. 70 points. 7-0. Miami 70, Denver 20. What in the world happened there? Patriots beat the Jets 15-10. Green Bay beats the Saints 18-17, a funky scoreline. Green Bay down big in that game, 17-0, and they come back and win it. So good job by Jordan Love and the Packers for coming back, getting the win. The Chargers beat the Vikings and 28-24. And that's a game that just seems like none of these teams want to win. So, but I think they're both pretty quality teams. But yeah, some wild scores in the NFL. And wow, I can't get over Green Bay coming back. I can't get over Houston. 37-17 over Jacksonville. What in the world's going on in Jacksonville? Trevor Lawrence, I think he threw an interception or an incomplete. He's going off, laughing and smiling in the fourth quarter. It's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe people, maybe reading too much into it, but I don't think that your franchise, I think he should be pissed off. I think he should be upset and being like, what the hell is going on around here? Got 6 people in here, guys. Feel free to drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Feel free to share it on social media. About to kick off here momentarily. In about 3 to 4 minutes. Cardinals, Cowboys. And look, I think there's no question. The Cowboys should win this game, I'm guessing by maybe 10, 14 points. But look, NFL, any given Sunday, the Cardinals have played 2 teams really close the last couple of weeks now. Again, it remains to be seen just how good those teams are. But they hung close with the Commanders. They were up 21-0 against the Giants. They blew that lead. I mean, who knows what could happen, but the Cowboys are looking really good. The Cowboys, I didn't get a chance this week to do power rankings, but honestly, I think the Cowboys would probably be number 1 in my power rankings. Just going to switch out the glasses here. Those ones kind of give a bit of a glare. So I think these ones are a little better. But Dallas is playing really good football. I think the addition of Brandon Cooks is a little bit underrated. It's kind of gone under the radar, but CeeDee Lamb, what a start for CeeDee Lamb this season, huh? Let's pull up some of the stats here. CeeDee Lamb, he has 220 yards after 2 games. That's pretty freaking good. Couple minutes away here. Dallas, Arizona. I guess if I had to, I would like Arizona to win because I think in the grand scheme of things, the Cowboys are the bigger threat moving forward in the NFC for the 49ers with regards to seeding. I'm not really holding out a whole lot of hope, though, that the Cardinals can get a result here, but we'll just have to wait and see. Carolina is 3-0 up over Seattle. Their first drive of the game, they take it down into Seahawks territory and with 3 points. No Bryce Young in Carolina tonight. Probably for a couple weeks, it sounds like. It's Andy Dalton. So, but maybe the veteran going into Seattle is the better way to play it. 1st and 10 Seattle. Flag on the play. That's going to be a false start. Not a good start here for Seattle at all. Sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. All right. I'm here going to switch over and get rocking and rolling on the Cowboys and Cardinals. Micah Parsons, he could have a big game. Joe Davis and was it Moose, Goose, and something? Daryl Johnston. Multiple 3-time Super Bowl champion fullback of the Dallas Cowboys. Back those teams in the 90s when the Cowboys had like Aikman and Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith and all of those guys. But look, Not going to give much of a chance here. Damian Lee says, let's go Arizona. I completely agree. We're going Arizona in this one. If the Cardinals can pull off the upset, that would be awesome just because, yeah, look, grand scheme of things, the Cowboys are the much bigger threat in the NFC. It's rare that you want to root for a division rival in week 3 to win, but when you look at the context around it, it makes a lot more sense because really Arizona's not competing this year. The Cowboys are actually missing a couple of starting offensive linemen, some good ones. Tyler Biadasz and Zach Martin. So that's something to monitor, And the Cardinals have played some teams close, so we'll see. But we're about ready to kick off here, and the Cowboys will be kicking off to the Arizona Cardinals, folks. These, again, are the next 2 opponents for the 49ers. Next week we play Arizona. The week after, on Sunday Night Football, we play Dallas. I don't like those Cardinals uniforms. I think they're pretty ugly. Kick is away, and it's going to be a touchback. So Arizona gets the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25. Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback out of Tennessee. Really want to see the upset despite it meaning a win. Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Mumbles, and thank you for hanging out here. Yeah, if we can get the upset, that would be, if the Cardinals can get the upset, that would be awesome because, look, the Cowboys have looked really good through 2 weeks. So if they can kind of reel it in, if they can kind of be reined in a little bit by the Cardinals, that would be awesome. But it's going to be good to get a look at our next 2 opponents here. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the 25. Dobbs in shotgun looking to throw. Gets it to Ertz, maybe gets about 1.5 yards, 2 yards on the play. Solid start right there for the Cardinals. Get some positive yards. You don't have to get it all in one go. This Cowboys defense is ferocious. Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong, the edge rusher out of Kansas, I believe, is having a great season. Snap is away, and Josh Dobbs keeps it, and Dobbs getting big yards. Dobbs staying in, down to the 30-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go, Cardinals. And Josh Dobbs with a huge run. Picks up about 44 yards on the play. 1st down, Cardinals, baby. Let's go, Dobbs. Fakes the handoff to James Conner, and he's their bell cow. He's the guy who takes... for fantasy, James Conner's a great guy because he's one of the few guys who's, in the NFL, who's just one of those, he gets the vast majority of the carries. Fakes the handoff and gets a huge gain down to the Dallas 29. Dobbs behind center, single back, 2 receivers up top. Snap is away, hands it off to Conner. Conner's got some good lanes here. Down to about the Cowboy 21-yard line. And let's go Arizona. I'm trying to think who the offensive coordinator is in Arizona. I couldn't tell you. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 22. They're calling him. Dobbs, quick pass out, and it's going to be dropped. I think that was Rondale Moore. Shifty, should we scout our opponents on tomorrow? Should we scout our opponents on tomorrow night? I think it's tonight's game. This game here, this is a big one. I'm trying to think who's playing tomorrow again. Let's see, who's playing tomorrow? Tomorrow Philadelphia and Rams Bengals. Actually, a lot of these teams who have yet to play this week we're going to be playing them. 3rd and 3. Dobbs throws it quick, caught. And he's going to be dropped shy of the 1st down. Remember, Trayvon Diggs, the really good cornerback for the Cowboys, is done for the year. Niners, Cardinals next week, then the Cowboys, Niners. Yeah, week 6 then is Cleveland. Week 7, I believe, is Minnesota. And then week 8 is the Cincinnati Bengals. They throw the pass to Zach Ertz. Not a great play. The Cowboys did a really good job reading that, but the Cardinals are going to line up for a field goal to take the lead. Matt Prater, the longtime veteran kicker in the NFL, kick is up. It looks perfect right down Broadway. And the Cardinals take the early lead here After the huge run by Joshua Dobbs. What a run by Dobbs. Gets about 42, 43 yards on the run. And the Cardinals take the lead. Now, do I think that lead is going to last very long? No, probably not. But that's something that, hey, it's good to see. Can they both lose, says Sean. Yeah, tie would be pretty. I guess that would be the ultimate result from a 49er fan perspective, that it's a tie. Minnesota and Cincinnati having horrible seasons. Yes, you're right, Lewis. Look, Minnesota, they just lost to the Chargers. They've shown life. Look, and the Vikings, well, they lost to Tampa Bay week 1. That's at home. That's not good. But you lose to week 2. Last week, they lost to the Eagles. Nothing to be ashamed about. On the road in Philadelphia, they kept it pretty close. And then you lose to the Chargers. Look, it's obviously not good. They're 0-3, but I think the Vikings they're a solid team. Cincinnati, I couldn't tell you what the hell's going on there. Joe Burrow is obviously nowhere near 100%. It sounds like he might go out there. I actually think the Rams on Monday Night Football should beat the Bengals. I have the Rams beating the Bengals in Cincinnati. So Cardinals can eat that, says Crazy Guy. I wouldn't worry too much, Crazy Guy. I think your Cowboys are going to take the lead again momentarily, would be my guess. 10 people in here, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Week 9 is a bye week. Week 10 is Jaguars. And here's the thing. So it's still very early in the season, and you can't make any conclusions necessarily just yet. But when you enter the season, you look at the schedule, and like the Niners schedule look tough. And it still is a tough schedule, but you see the Vikings, and you're like, oh, that could be a tough one. The Vikings 0-3. Not saying it's an easy game, but 0-3. You're like, oh, we play Cincinnati at home. That could be a loss. Cincinnati 0-2. They haven't looked good at all. Could they turn it around? Absolutely. But some of the games that look really difficult before this season, and that's why it's hard to gauge beforehand, because you just never know. Like, of course, there's injuries, but some teams just underperform, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, seriously though, if this could be a tie, that would be awesome. I can't see the Cowboys, not winning this game. They should win this game. But really nice creative play right there. And that's what the Cardinals have to do. They have to pull some things out, just be like, look, trick plays, whatever they got to do to get the win. But if the Cardinals can do that, there you go. The Broncos got vaporized. You're absolutely right, Crazy Guy. It was 70-20. And that was the last time I saw it. I don't even know if that's the final score. Let's take a look-see. Houston beating Jacksonville. That was another game that we were like, going into Jacksonville, that's real tough. And then you're like, is it though? Trevor Lawrence looked really bad. And then the Broncos need a lot of things. I just think the Broncos, they're one of those teams that I think they just have to say, look, you like the idea of going for Russell Wilson, because at the time you think Russell Wilson's a quality player, but it hasn't worked out. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys after the touchback. Dak in shotgun, hands it to Pollard. Gets about 3 yards up the middle. Remember now, the Cowboys, without their starting center and their starting left guard, both Pro Bowl guys. Starting right guard. So Zach Martin and Tyler Biadasz, they're out. Jacksonville has been a paper tiger. Yeah, look, you're right, 100%, Lewis. Jacksonville hasn't looked good at all. 2nd and 8 now for the Cowboys, back behind center. They hand it to Pollard, I believe. Gets about 1 or 2 yards. So an early 3rd down here. 3rd and 6 coming up right here. And will the fact that the Cowboys are missing some of their starting offensive linemen, could that come back to haunt them? We'll have to wait and see. They are missing a lot of guys. So I don't know. It looks like Tyron Smith is not even out there, so that's 3. That's a false start against the Cowboys. 3rd and 6, they were lined up in the shotgun. False start. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 now for Dallas. They're missing 3 starting offensive linemen, and these are all guys who've been to the Pro Bowl. They've been all pros. You never know what can happen here. And look, Cardinals defensive head coach, if they can just put up some points, we'll have to wait and see. Chicago and Kansas City, though, that should be an absolute slaughter. Chicago's looked terrible so far. 3rd and 11, Dak in the shotgun. Back to his right, man in motion. Looks like it was maybe CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb having a great year. Play clock winding down, and that's going to be a delay of game unless they call a timeout. There's a flag on. I mean, it's just you can't call a timeout that early, and that's going to back it up. 3rd and 16. Shifty, do you think Kyle's wife and kids will get to go to game week 7 in Kyle Shanahan's hometown? Week 7, that's Minnesota. Oh yeah, I would imagine his family will be there for sure. If they want to go, I would imagine so. But Shanahan will just be so busy working, so I don't know if... But maybe, yeah, I could see that happening. 3rd and 16, Dak in the shotgun under pressure, dumps it off here, and that's going to be to the running back. 23 slips. They only get a yard. Really good play there by the Cardinals defense. They got some pressure, and this is what you're going to see with the Cowboys with so many backups. I could see the Cardinals getting some pressure in this game. They only pick up a yard on the screen pass, and... Look, you back yourself up with the false start, with the delay of game. It's going to happen. 1 drive. Come on, Cardinals. Let's go, Cardinals. Although, do I want to root for the Cardinals and then they're like full of confidence coming into the next game against the 49ers? Punt is away, taken at around the 30. He's got some blockers, but there's a flag. Gets into Dallas territory, but it's for sure coming back. It looked like there was like a blindside hit or something like that. So this return's probably going to come back to about the 20. We have Christian Medina re-upping the membership. Bang, bang, Niner gang. How are you, Christian? Look, I wanted to do this Cowboys and Cardinals game just because these are our next 2 opponents. And it could be pretty interesting to watch and see just what, these guys are looking like, Let's see. I actually want to just update and see the memberships. Yeah, we're at 24 members. Thank you so much. Shout out to Christian in the chat, everybody. We've got 18 people in here. Drop a like on the stream. Get a whole bunch more people in here for this Sunday game, Cowboys-Cardinals. It's way too early to say it, but could there be an upset? Cowboys missing 3/5. 3 guys on their starting offensive line. Cardinals defense looking pretty mean so far, but we're still real early in this game. But if the Cardinals could get something going, that would be awesome. But again, shout out to Christian. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Feel free to drop any comments, questions, or anything in the chat. Whether you guys want to talk about, of course, this game that's going on, any other games this weekend. If you want to talk about the Niners-Giants win, that was a great win for the 49ers. Some things to clean up for sure. Purdy, not perfect, but pretty good. Or any questions or just whatever. We're here, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. Gonna take more than Oh yeah, you're right, Drew, 100%. I mean, look, it's gonna take a lot. But so my only concern is that, and this happens to a lot of teams, not just the Niners, but there's seemingly always one game every year that the 49ers just lay an egg, that they just stink. It was 2021 against the Cardinals. It was actually against the Cardinals. The home game, Colt McCoy was their quarterback. They didn't have, I think it was maybe Fitzgerald or someone, their receiver was out. And we couldn't, it was Hopkins. Yeah, Hopkins was out. They had Colt McCoy going, and they thrashed us at home. Last season, it was the game against the Falcons, where the Falcons, not a great team, and we lose bad, like 28-14. So that's my concern. That's my only concern. The good thing is, though, we get the extra few days after the Thursday night game to prepare, so they better be ready. Just got home from my daughter's soccer game. Don't know what game to watch. Dude, yeah, the Dolphins offense, I'm so glad we're not playing them this year because that offense looks insane. Just look at the stats for that game. Raheem Mostert had like 4 touchdowns. Look, what game to watch? I don't know. I mean, whatever you think. I think this game could be pretty good just because I think the Cowboys are missing a lot of players through injury. So this one could be a good one. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, brother? How are we doing? But yeah, the Broncos got slaughtered. The Broncos, I mean, what's been going on there the last few years? So after the penalty on the punt return, the Cardinals 1st and 10 from their own 18. Dobbs faking handoff, throws it downfield, wide open, receiver up to the 35. First down, Arizona. Let's go, Cardinals. You're definitely not going to hear me say that next Sunday, that's for sure. This time, a week from now, we're going to be live doing 49ers Cardinals, so I hope you guys will be here for that because that is going to be a lot of fun. The Broncos got torched. Yeah, they just got slaughtered in that one. 1st and 10, Arizona from their own 35 after the nice pickup on the first play of the drive. Snap is away. Hands it off to Connor. Connor's going to just about gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard on the play. My concern is need to stop making mistakes. I don't think the Niners have made too many mistakes. They've made some, but have we even turned the ball over this season? But I hear what you mean. There's things to clean up. You're right. 2nd and 10. Dobbs in the shotgun. Connor to his left. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Got good protection. Throws it downfield. And that's going to be... That's a flag. Pass interference. That's going to be pass interference. Let's go, Arizona. First down. And this is where losing Trayvon Diggs could be massive for the Cowboys. I just saw that score. My jaw dropped, says Christian. Yeah, 70 in an NFL game. Mike White came in and scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns. It's insane. A couple of fumbles. The 49ers? Do we have some fumbles? 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Now, after the pass interference at the Cowboy 43, Dobbs behind center. Going to hand it off to Connor. Connor, break it down. First down, Arizona. Down to the Cowboys 24-yard line. Let's go. I am drinking. It's a beer called Kronenberg. We'll throw in some water for sure. We're going to mix in some water. But I'm going to, look, I don't have work tomorrow or the day after. So I am going to be having a few beers, enjoying my Sunday football. Ishi, how are we doing, Ishi? Bang, bang, Niner gang. How are you? I bet if you were in the Grossi stream, man, he was pumped for that Packers win. 1st and 10, Arizona at the Cowboys 23. Dobbs got plenty of time. Going to run for it now. Being chased by Parsons. Kind of gets good yardage. About 6 yards on the play. Irish Brita. Yeah, that's... if we were like, what's real Irish water? Beer. One against Pittsburgh and one against the Rams. We fumbled against the Rams? I don't remember that. I mean, maybe. Oh, I'm good, Ishi. Thank you for asking. I'm good. I've been working a lot the last number of days, so... but I'm off tomorrow, off the day after, so we're feeling good. We're rocking and rolling. 2nd and 3 now for Arizona. In the red zone, Connor had a couple of nice moves there, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Some really good penetration there by the Cowboy defense. You could be right, Christian. I'm not... I'm trying to think, though. The fumbles? I just can't remember them. But the Broncos, 70 points. The Packers down 17-0 at halftime. They come back and win. What the hell is that about? The Houston Texans. Shout out DeMeco Ryans. His first win as a head coach. Shout out DeMeco getting a big win in Jacksonville. Who saw that coming? 3rd and 2 here for Arizona. Long 2. Snap is away. Dobbs dumps it off. Fight for the first down, Arizona. It's going to be 1st and goal. Down to the 6. Let's go, Arizona. Scott Broyles, 2 against Pittsburgh, 1 lost, none versus the Mams. That's awesome. 2, yeah, because there was, yeah, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, of course, yeah. Purdy got sacked by TJ Watt, fumbled it, and it was recovered. But then also Purdy got sacked, fumbled it, but he recovered it himself, like behind his back. I want to get it's 1st and goal here. Arizona from the Cowboy 5. behind center, single back, hands it off to Connor to the right. He's got space. Touchdown, Arizona. Let's go. Let's go, Arizona. James Conner gets the touchdown. Holy moly. And what a wacky start here in Arizona, folks, in the desert. Chua says last game we were penalized 6 for 71 yards. That's a lot. Yeah, we gotta clean that up. I think every team's gonna get every team gets flagged in games. It just happens. It's football. It's an imperfect sport. But you just really want to limit it, and especially in key moments. That's the thing. There's just certain times where it can be a back-breaking penalty, and even the extra point here is up and good. So Arizona 10-0 over the Cowboys. What in the world are we seeing here, folks? Unbelievable! Great start here from the Arizona Cardinals. There's a flag on the kick though, but I'm going to pop up my chair a little bit. But, wow. Let's see. Drew says, according to Wikipedia, the Irish had an important invention about every 30 until they invented whiskey. Then I think if I'm not wrong, Drew, that actually reminds me of, I think there was a scene in Family Guy where the Irish were the most advanced country or what have you in the world, but then it's we discovered whiskey, and it's it just all went to hell. So Lewis says Derek Carr left the game with a hurt shoulder. That's what happened. Yeah, Derek Carr left. So wait, it's actually, so it's still 9-0. There was a flag against the Cowboys. I think they're going for 2 here. Let's go. So they're going for 2. Is a flag on the extra point. It was a flag against the Cowboys. So now it's half the distance to the goal. So they're going for 2 from the 1 yard line. They hand it to Connor, and he doesn't get it. I don't think I understand that you're from the 1 yard line, and you're okay, we can just get. But I don't always think you have to go for that 2-point conversion in that case. But teams do it, but I just don't think you have to. But look, 9-0 Arizona over the Cowboys, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. According to ESPN, 6 fumbles, only 1 loss. That's pretty impressive. Only 1 turnover through 3 games. But yeah, it looked like, you're right, Luis, that Derek Carr, unfortunately, got hurt. And left the game, didn't come back. That's pretty rough, for the Saints, because who knows how long he'll be out for. Jameis Winston, how much faith do you really... They don't have faith in Jameis Winston. That's the answer, because that's why they went and got Derek Carr. But yeah, we have... Scott says, the media told me the Boy Cows are unstoppable. Look, they played really well through the first 2 games. Their score differential was 70-10 or something. So, but maybe those teams are just awful. Rory's in the house. Let's go, Rory. Aloha. Shifty just got parked in Utah to check out the game. Let's go, Cardinals. You're right about that, Rory. Let's freaking go, Cardinals. Utah. How's the weather in Utah this time of year? I would imagine maybe in a couple of months it'll probably start getting pretty cold and pretty gnarly out there. But yeah, hopefully everything's all good. Get to park, relax, get some food, hopefully. Chua says, I think Niners need to draft offensive line. Yeah, I think the Niners do need to draft offensive line. So it looks like, from my watching of the Giants game after the fact, but, I kind of went into it blind, and I saw the entire game against the Giants. Colton McKivit's actually pretty solid in pass protection, but just couldn't do a damn thing. I actually forgot to put Christian on the board here. But in run blocking, he was a disaster. He missed a lot of key blocks, which thankfully against the Giants, it didn't really hurt us, but against better teams, it will hurt us. So I think that we do need to target a right tackle. And look, here's the thing too, that Trent Williams is amazing. And the fact that we restructured Trent Williams' contract and kind of we pushed the guarantee money a little bit farther down, I think that lends it to they're probably fairly confident that Williams will be back at least for another year, hopefully 2 more years. But you still want to have someone kind of waiting in the wings. Like I would actually be fairly happy drafting like a left tackle, right tackle, and stash them for a year, or maybe play them at, maybe something similar to what the Niners did with Joe Staley, where you draft him, play him at right tackle if you need to, let him get some game experience, and then you can move and transition to the franchise left tackle once Trent Williams retires. Cardinals are going to realize that they are tanking and give the game. They're probably going to do that. The Cardinals will find creative ways to lose. There's no question about that. It's freaking nice right now coming down through the Vail, Colorado. 26 degrees is pretty darn cold, but Colorado is maybe the most beautiful state in the country. 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys at their own 25 after the touchback from the kickoff. Dak fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, got plenty of room, dumps it off here, and is going to get maybe 3 yards on 1st down. So the Cardinals defense playing pretty solid so far. Still early days, but pretty solid. Scott Broyle says it's good that Green Bay beat New Orleans. One of these NFC South teams could be a problem. That's actually a really good point, Scott. And that's a really good point because you think about it, the NFC South, they had 3 undefeated teams. Now the Falcons lose, the Saints lose, the Buccaneers are playing somebody. Prescott dumps it off, and that's a really nice play by the Cowboy tight end up to the 40-yard line, and it's a 1st down, Dallas. Is that Ferguson, I believe? 30 people in here, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. We're doing the game here. Cowboys, Cardinals. Obviously, if you've just joined the stream, I'm a 49er fan. But I'm rooting for a good game, kind of a Cardinal win. But these are 2 teams the Niners are playing, so I'm super interested. Dak Prescott gonna get sacked! He gets sacked! Loses a bunch of yards. Let's go, Arizona. Is that Zaven Collins, I believe? Dak loses about 10 yards, tried to get rid of it, but then just got dragged down. Unbelievable. That was a great play right there from the Cardinals. Excellent time to call the blitz and just bam. I like that then the Niner O-line has been gelling, and actually, I think you're right, Rory. The O-line has played fine. Not great, not awful by any means. 2nd and 21 now after the sack. Dak in shotgun fakes the handoff, looking downfield, and good defense there by Arizona, and that's going to be a flag. Are they going to call that pass interference? He didn't turn his head around, did the DB, so that could be pass interference. You got to at least try and make an effort to, but I don't know if that was pass interference. Lewis says he wants to see Trey. I don't know. That's not pass interference. Are you kidding me? Automatic 1st down. I don't think you were going to see Trey Lance probably at all. Just because I think it's Cooper Rush is their backup, I think. I think Lance is like their number 3 QB. Oh, yeah. Bucks playing Eagles. Yeah. And Commanders lost. Yeah. So there's a lot of undefeated teams 2 weeks in, but they're losing. So we're coming back to what we're expecting a little bit. 1st and 10 now for the Cowboys. Dak fakes the handoff, dumps it off to his fullback and gets 10 yards right up to across midfield. Cowboys on the move after that defensive penalty. I think the Niners should draft offensive line out of Miami, Zion Nelson. I'm going to be honest with you. I love the draft and I love doing a lot of research into it, but it's just I'm not even thinking draft, right now. But I like that you're thinking ahead, but for me it's just I don't, unless it's like the top guys like Marvin Harrison Jr. And Dak gets sacked again. Let's go Arizona. Look, the Cowboys, their backup offensive line not looking good. Trust me, this is the only time probably all year that you're going to hear me going crazy for the Cardinals, but this could be massive down the road with regards to seeding. Yeah, Tyron Smith, their franchise left tackle, he's not playing. Tyler Biadasz, their all-pro center, he's not playing. Zach Martin, their all-pro right guard, he's not playing. Dak fakes the handoff. Quick throw here to Michael Gallup. Breaking tackles. Gallup first down. Awful tackling by the DBs of the Cardinals. Damn it. Bucks playing. Yeah, you're right. They're playing the Eagles. This Cardinals team comes out strong and still. Yeah, you're right, Christian. I mean, look, they're most likely gonna lose this game, but maybe you cause some problems for the Cowboys. Maybe the Cardinals can expose some weaknesses. That's kind of what we're hoping for to see. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Cardinal 37. Dak and shotgun back to his left. CeeDee Lamb in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looking, trying to throw quick over the middle. Going to be incomplete. Good play there by the Cardinal DB Wilson. Just sniffed that out all over it. Incomplete. It's okay to be a closet Cardinal. No, it's not okay to be a Cardinal. Oh, God. The Arizona Cardinals. I've never met a Cardinal fan in my life. Sometimes I question whether they exist. But they're out there. 2nd and 10, they hand up the middle. Good blocking. And they're going to get about 6-7 yards on the play. Right up the middle. Is that Tony? Not Tony Pollard. Deuce Vaughn, is it? No, that guy's probably too tall to be Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's like 5'5" or something. 3rd down coming up here. Come on, Cardinals. Let's make a stand here. Defensive stand. Let's go. Let's freaking go. 3rd and 4. They're calling it 3rd and 4. Shifty, if you want Marvin Harrison Jr., the Niners have to lose every... Yes, so we're not getting Marvin Harrison Jr. I know of him, but we're nowhere near getting him. 3rd and 4 right now for the Cowboys. They're going to fake the handoff. Dak's going to roll to his left, maybe try and run for... Great play by the Cardinal linebacker. Dak went to throw and just batted down. Really athletic play there from 51, whoever that is. I need to do more research into this Cardinal team, especially ahead of next week's game. Barnes had a good game. I think he's had a tackle for a loss or a sack and bats the ball down. 4th and 4. Cowboys, I assume, are going to line up. Yeah, they're going to line up for the field goal. Who's their kicker now? Brett Maher with the Rams? 49-yard attempt kick is up, and it's good. Perfect. Perfect for the Cowboys. 9-3. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Cardinals will be getting the ball back. But, man, what a start here for the Cardinals. Looking really feisty. Apple strawberry turnover time, says Reggae Shark. Yo, Reggae. How you doing, buddy? Cardinals are the oldest team in the NFL. Oldest team. Chicago Maroons Cardinals played at Wrigley Field. No. I mean, I know the Cardinals have been around forever. I just never met a Cardinals fan. Like, even when, like, living in, like, when I lived in San Francisco, when I lived in, other places, like, I'd meet fans of other teams, but even a Browns fan, I met a Browns fan, but Cardinals just never did. Hack Prescoff. Needed a lozenge the ref delivered with the PI. Yeah, I don't know about that PI. It was a pretty... I would have maybe done like an illegal contact, but to be a spot foul and all the yards, I think it should have been like a holding or illegal contact. I think that would have been a lot more fair of a call, because that wasn't pass interference. There's no way. Kind of grazed the Cowboy receiver's hand and just, the most popular team in Arizona is still the Cowboys. Yeah, because the Cardinals have had some moments. Like when they had like Fitzgerald and Kurt Warner and Carson, like they had some moments that they went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers and almost won it. But they just haven't. Before, like, the Cardinals used to be the Lions, and the Cardinals used to be the Browns. Like, they used to be just the laughingstock of the NFL for, like, the longest time. Throughout the 90s, the early 2000s, they were the laughingstock. When the Niners went 2-14 in 2004, the 2 games the Niners won were both against the damn Cardinals. Christian says, I've met Cardinals fans here in Denver and in St. Louis. Okay. There's no doubt they exist. I've just sometimes question it. A lot of people from Arizona moved to Colorado. I could see that because the weather is You still get a lot of sunshine in Colorado, but it's not nearly as harsh as the weather. I mean, Arizona, where it's like 100 and something, is just, to me, that's unbearable. Cowboys going to kick it off to the Cardinals. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Cardinals by 6. Cardinals have kicked a field goal. They scored a touchdown. They got the extra point, but there was a flag on it. Then they go for the 2-point conversion from the 1 yard line and don't get it. Interesting to see what can the Cardinal offense. I think if they're going to consistently move the ball, they just got to do like just real creative, like the trick plays. I don't see them consistently moving the ball with like a standard offense. They're going to have to mix it up and throw some crazy looks at the Cowboys. But here we are, 1st and 10 after the touchback from the 25, their own 25-yard line. Dobbs behind center, single back. Snap is away. They do hand it off, and he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. Just nothing doing there. I think that was maybe Eno Benjamin. But nothing doing in that run. Tried to just run it up the gut, and who was that who got through for the Cowboys? DeMarcus Lawrence, I think, just a little, sidestep, and then bam, in the backfield, play blown up. 2nd and 12 for the Cardinals. This you don't want to do. Now you're behind the sticks. Dobbs hands it off, and a cut up field. Nice run there. Gets about 8-9 yards on the play, so a manageable 3rd down. I'm going to call it 3rd and 4. And that's what it is. Less than a minute to go. Mick E says, rip Broncos. Yeah, 70 points. The Broncos gave up 70 points. An NFL team giving... When's the last time that happened? An NFL team giving up 70... And the Broncos have some players on defense. That's just embarrassing. Like, they ought to be... Like, Sean Payton... Remember Sean Payton talking trash about Hackett? And it was just like, oh, he was terrible. Dobbs throws it. 1st down, Arizona. Let's go. Is that Hollywood Brown? Rip Broncos defense. Oh, man, 100%. Howdy Guys says, Raymond B, let's go. Let's give a shout out to Raymond. And once upon a time, they were the St. Louis Cardinals. They were the Phoenix Cardinals. I remember before they became the Arizona Cardinals, they were the Phoenix Cardinals too. Philip Hobson, welcome to the stream, Philip. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm clearly not a fan of either of the teams playing, but I like to put in some passion and emotion. I'm rooting for the Cardinals, but I think you're spot on. Best chance for Arizona, grind it out, keep the clock moving, pray. That's probably what they need. They need God on their side if they want to win this game. But look, I think they've been moving the ball pretty well. At the end of the day, like whatever they've kind of planned, it's working. So I just say keep doing what you're doing. But you're right. If you can grind it out, if you can just kind of look at it's a 6-point lead. If you can get it, you can kind of keep that 2-score lead, grind it out, make some plays on defense. I've said it like 20 times already, but the Cowboys are missing a lot of their offensive line. Exploit that, and you never know. But it is the Cardinals, so they'll probably blow it. Mickey, 1966. That's the last time that an NFL team gave up 70 points. That's what we're talking, like 57 years. Jeepers. Broncos have 2 players on D. The rest are injured or trash. I'm thinking Patrick Surtain, Randy Gregory, DJ Jones, a former 49er. He's a good player. And Josie Jewell is a decent linebacker. Not saying he's great, but he's decent. To give up 70, that's embarrassing. Chua says, Shifty, the Cardinals play caller is Jonathan Gannon or Drew Petzing. Their defense coordinator is Nick Morrell. Well, Gannon is a defensive guy, so I can't imagine he's calling their offense. But Drew Petzing, I would say it's Petzing then. Gannon he's the head coach, but he was a defensive guy in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Philip Hobson, Niner fans at 72. right here. I'm a Niner fan since 87. Feel free to drop in the chat how long you've been a Niner fan or who you're a fan of, whether you're a fan of the Niners, Cowboys, Cardinals, any team, and how long. That'd be awesome to see. Mickey says force Dak to throw picks. Yeah, that's spot on. I think, pressure Dak, make him have to, throw the ball before he wants to. You have the backup offensive line in there. So I think that's the Cardinals. That's what they got to do. Yes, they played at Busch Stadium on the carpet in St. Louis, says Lewis. Hey, Shifty's 49. So good to see you. Niners 3-0, baby. I actually haven't really I did a video, but I haven't really got to talk to you guys since the Niners win. Fakes the handoff, does Dobbs, makes a man miss. Just get rid of it, Dobbs, if you have to. Flag on the play. So he was able to run out of bounds for no gain, but that's going to be a holding against Arizona. So we're going to look at a 1st and 20 for Arizona. But yeah, Niners 3-0, really solid win against the Giants. I predicted 30-17. It was 30-12. Some really good moments. Some moments that I think Purdy would like to have back, but overall, I can't complain at all. I'm happy. We won by more than I thought we would. We get the extra few days here, so that's awesome. A few days extra rest. Christian, that's why there are some Cardinal fans in St. Louis. I mean, they would probably be quite a bit older because they had the Rams there. Like the Rams moved to St. Louis in the 90s? 1st and 20 now for the Cardinals at their own 33. They hand it off to the right, bounces out, cuts up and gets about a yard or two. We have Cardinals. We're in St. Louis for a long time. The franchise originated in Chicago, St. Louis, Phoenix, and then Arizona. Makes sense. Niners fan since 2000, says Mick E. You became a fan when the Niners started kind of getting a bit trash. So enjoy the good times because it ain't always that way. 2nd and 18. Got to get about 10 yards here, hopefully. Dobbs in the shotgun, dumps it off here. Got blockers in front of him. Just got to cut up field. 30. Come on, man. Gets about 6-7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long, but could have gotten more, but just kind of took too patient. Or, he just needed to go north and south. Niners fan says, Rob, something great to see it, man. Raymond says, did I ever make it to Kezar? Yes, I made it to Kezar a bunch of times. I actually used to live really close to Kezar when I lived in San Francisco. I lived at Haight-Ashbury, which is about from my door to Kezar Stadium, maybe a 15-minute walk. 3rd and 11 now for the Cardinals at the 42. Dobbs in shotgun. Snap is away. Under pressure. Steps up into the pocket. Makes guys miss. Dobbs going to just try and run for it. There's a flag on the play, but it looks like it might be in the secondary, so we'll see. Fan since that 2-14 record. That's a great time to become a fan. That was 2004. 2000 was still Mariucci was there until 2003. Then it was Dennis Erickson. We went 7-9, and then we went 2-14. Erickson gets fired. We bring in Mike Nolan, draft Alex Smith. Mike Nolan had flashes of, that team had flashes. We drafted pretty well, getting Gore and Willis, but we didn't get anywhere good till Jim Harbaugh. So it's against the Cowboys. 1st down. Hell yeah, let's go Arizona. That's I guess it is. That is holding. So, Raymond, first live game at the Stick. O.J. Simpson was, wow, unbelievable. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals after the penalty from their own 47. Dobbs behind center. Looking, dumps it off to the back. Just get north and south. That was actually Rondale Moore. Gets 8-9 yards. I liked Rondale Moore. He was drafted, I believe, out of Purdue. Someone can correct me on that, but I think it was out of Purdue. 2nd round. But I liked Rondale Moore. Looks like a guy who... looks like he looked like a 49er, like just like after the, once he gets his hands on the ball, like what he can do after the catch is ridiculous. Remember Mike Singletary, I want winners. I want people who want to win. Oh, how could I forget Mike Singletary? 1st down, Arizona, running for the end zone. The That's Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Arizona. Let's go. Let's go. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Arizona. What in the world? Hands the ball up, and that's with Rondale Moore. He's like a Debo-esque. Like, he's in the backfield on this play. Hand it off. He can just see the hole, break tackles, get to the right up the middle. And wow, Rondale Moore is like not as physical, nearly as physical as Debo, but he is a multifaceted weapon for sure. Do we have our hands full with these pesky fraudulents? Says Tommy, you're 100% right about that. Drew Petzing is the play caller. Says Chua, good to see. They're going to go for the 2-point Dobbs, incomplete. So that's two-point conversions they failed on. So really should be 17-3, and they were trying to make it that, but huge brains can be diseased and disabled. Jeepers. Randy, don't argue with a huge brain. Oh, God. Jeff Garcia was underrated quarterbacks. Yeah, Jeff Garcia was pretty underrated. I think he went to the Pro Bowl once or twice. Had a couple of good years. With T.O. back then was just insane. Like, look at that. Just look back at that Giants playoff game when we were down by like 24 points, I think. And T.O. just willed us to a win. Dude, those Candlestick days were the best. Yeah, look, and I missed the one from Christian. Yeah, that was a good era. T.O., Garcia. I liked Garrison Hurst a lot. Bryant Young, that's crazy. Let me see. I can't believe I'm rooting for the Fraudinals. Damn, those Candlestick. Yeah, man, the Cardinals. If they just didn't blow it with the extra points, but the Cardinals looking really good. This is Rondale Moore should be used like the 49ers used Deebo Samuel. If we do have any Cardinal fans in the stream, like, let me know if you agree with that. I think that he should get the ball in his hands 15, 20 times a game. He is really good. Arizona beat those Cowgirls. Let's see, Joey, nice defense from the girls. Joey says, what's up, Shifty? Hope things are going well for you, my guy. Joey, always a pleasure to have you here, buddy. Things are going well. So I've worked like the last 4 days, and the last 4 days I've done like 50 to 50 plus hours of work. So, but I'm off the next 2 days. So life is good. Cowboys will win. Sadly, you're probably right, Randy, but we have hope for the Cardinals. Who knows? If the Fraudinals win, this might give them a false sense of that could be. Well, if the Cardinals win too, because there's always that fear, right? Let's see from the 49er fan perspective that like, well, we beat the Giants. We have some extra time off. Maybe we overlook Arizona because we have the big matchup against Dallas week 5 on Sunday Night Football. But if the Cardinals win, then it's like, no, we absolutely have to pay attention. And we should absolutely pay attention regardless because you just never know in the NFL. But Cardinals have nothing to lose. 100% right, Christian. I mean, I had them as the worst team in the NFL. Kind of people thought they were tanking. They cut DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray, who knows when he's coming back? He's too busy playing Call of Duty. So, but who knows? Who knows? I still think the Cowboys win this game, though. How can the Niners stop Josh Dobbs? We were able to stop Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones, I think, is a better runner. You just have to be disciplined, stick to your game plan, and stick to your lanes and gap assignments and everything. If you do that, easier said than done, but if you do that, you're in good shape. He's got juice for sure. Niners need to get to the QB, rough him up. Yeah, that's always good when you can do that. Cardinals are in our division. I'm rooting for the Cowboys. Randy, no, come on. Realistically, when it comes down to the end of the season, who gets the number 1 seed, I think we have to be more concerned about the Cowboys and the Cardinals. I hear what you're saying, but I will respectfully disagree. Oh, dang, well-deserved day of rest with it. Yeah, totally, Joey. Yeah. Look, I've been great and work's going fine. It was just a lot of work. So, but I'm stoked to be here with you guys watching some football. Dak behind center after the touchback, hands it up. Pollard, big hole, gets about 8 yards. Rough tackle, kind of got hit and like spun around almost like John Elway in that Super Bowl. Bears losing 14-0. And the Bears, talk about the Bears, man. The Bears are a train wreck. They're probably my worst team in the NFL right now. Second two, Dak Prescott behind center, Pollard in the backfield, joined by a tight end. Probably going to hand it off. They do hand it off up the middle. He's got room and gets up to the 40-yard line, pickup of 7. Exactly, Shifty says, Joey, yep. You're 100. Yeah, I think the Cowboys, I mean, that's what the Niners, look, the Niners, I think, have the mentality of we're really good, but the Niners have to have the mentality of the NFC playoffs go through Levi's Stadium. No question. The last 2 years, too many playoff road games. I think we've done pretty well, all things considered, but you got to get that 1 seed, and that's what you said, Joey, and you're spot on. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Dak, empty backfield snap, thrown away, under pressure, going to try and run for it, break some tackles. Good play. Dak Prescott gets maybe the first down. Let me see. Niners just need to play them. Yeah, you're right, Christian, about how to stop Dobbs. You just play the same way. Wasn't able to see many 49er games, but the SF Giants versus LA night games were awesome. Giants and Dodgers, yeah. I remember when I was a kid, going to some baseball games in Candlestick Park, and that was pretty interesting. For all the SF fans, who is your favorite Giant, San Francisco Giant of all time? Quick pass to Gallup, and Gallup is physical. I like how Gallup plays. Gets about 5-6 yards, just a quick pass out to Michael Gallup. Cowboys, the more pressing. Yeah, definitely, Joey, you're right. Wait, that last word got chopped up, but you know what I mean. Let me see. So Reggae says 1978, SF 2 wins, 12 losses after 5 Super Bowls, and 45 years a fan, man. Respect to you. I'm 36, so I'm incomplete on 2nd and 5. So looking for his tight end, Dak Prescott, to Shoemaker. Luke Shoemaker. I think he was out of Michigan, was he? 3rd and 5 for the Cowboys. Come on, Cardinals. Man, if you can get a stop here, there's 10 minutes left in the half, but if you get a stop here, impressive. Only 70 yards of offense for the Cowboys. Cardinals, 194. 3rd and 5. They only have 1 down lineman, but they're bringing a whole bunch of pressure. That's a good play call by the Cowboys. Rolls out to his right. What an interesting defensive alignment. Defensive alignment. I know, right to stick, night, gospel, yeah. Buster Posey, by far my favorite Giant. Philip, really. Best thing that can happen for the Cards is to lose all the... Yes. And then the Cardinals would probably trade Kyler Murray. I mean, obviously, if you're drafting Caleb Williams, you're not going to have both of them. Quick pass out, Red. Oh, wow. What a move by CeeDee Lamb. Gets about 9 yards. Quick pass, basically in the backfield to CeeDee Lamb. Made a guy miss. Could have lost about 4 yards. Made him miss. Gets 9, 2nd and 1. Cowboys on the move inside the Cardinals' 30-yard line. Beautiful. Do you think the Niners can put 30 points on the Cardinals? Yes. I think we should be able to put 30. I think we should. Buster Posey's by far your favorite Giant, says Philip. I got to think about that one. Snap is away. 2nd and 1. Fakes the handoff. Prescott was going to look for it all and then throws it. Gets the first down, but there's flags all over the place. That should be holding against the Cowboys. Bring it back 10 yards. Posey's for sure up there because Posey won everything. So Posey, Rookie of the Year. He won the batting title. He won an MVP. He was the catcher for 3 World Series wins. Posey is amazing. I just wish his career could have been a little bit longer, but Posey was amazing. But I guess he's probably one of the best Giants too, realistically. Favorite though, I was a little bit young for it, but I really liked Will Clark. I love Barry Bonds, and that's kind of controversial, but I love Barry Bonds. I think Bonds was just so much fun to watch. Prescott on 2nd and 11. Nice route there by the tight end and fights for yards. And that's Ferguson, the tight end out of Wisconsin, gets 10 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. Nice little kind of comeback route here. Makes the guy miss and then fights for another 4 or 5 yards. To a Niners 42, Cardinals 10, says Raymond. That'd be nice. Christian, Niners 30, Cardinals 3. We keep it going with the with the 30 points. I'm okay with that. 3rd and 1. Dak hands it off, 1st down. Tony Pollard gets upended though at the Cardinal 25. This drive has taken up a lot of time. We're about halfway through the 2nd quarter, about 7.5 minutes to go. Kenny Henderson, at 7 years old, mom car broke down at gas station in San Jose. Ken Henderson, wife and kids asked if we were broke down. Wow, that's pretty awesome, reggae. First and 10, Cowboys, handoff up the middle. Good yards on 1st down. Gets about 5 yards. Does Tony Pollard into the red zone, it looks like. Let's go Redbirds, says Rory. The Dolphins' offense is hilariously dominant, says Joey. Yeah, 70 points is insane. I struggle to comprehend how that can happen in an NFL game. I struggle to. 2nd and 5 now for the Cowboys. Less than 7 minutes to go in the half. Dak calling the plays at the Cardinals 19. Snap is away, hands it off up the middle. Really nice run by Pollard up to the 15, maybe 10-yard line. Keeping up with the new 30 tradition. I'm okay with that. That's awesome, Reggae. That's a really cool story, though. Panthers just scored. Hawks currently. I love to see Seattle losing. If Seattle loses, I'm always happy. Bonds and Clark, excellent too. So favorite players, and Christian kind of agrees with me, I guess. Favorite is Bonds. I love Barry Bonds. There's a flag on the play, maybe a false start against the Cowboys. Favorite. I don't have any favorite Cowboys. Favorite Giants would be, I would say, it's hard. It kind of Bonds, Lincecum, Posey, Will Clark, and then probably Bumgarner, just because Bumgarner in the playoffs is just, forget about it. 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line. They're just outside of end goal to go. Snap is away. Prescott looking to throw. We got one-on-one coverage looking for the end zone. Caught. That's going to be caught out of bounds. Brandon Cooks. Nice play. If the Cardinals win like you want, they may want to win more games. I'd rather they lose. Look, they're going to try and win every game, I think. I think the whole tanking thing, there's just too many jobs at stake. I don't think teams literally go out and be like, oh, we're going to lose. But I hear what you're saying. Maybe it just gives them, if it gives them confidence, I still think the Niners are a much better team. But the good thing is if they win, they're not going to sneak up on us. So 2nd and 15 now from just outside the 15-yard line. Dak in shotgun looking, dumps it off, back up blocks, and that's going to be a touchdown, Dallas. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Rico Dowdle. Who the hell is that? But he scored a touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. So it's going to be 15-9. Going to be interesting to see. I think you just kicked the extra point here. Any given Sunday. So why you want to give the Cards confidence? Because, again, I think, Randy, looking long term, I think the bigger competition is the Cowboys with regards to seeding for the playoffs, because that's where my mind is at. A Robbie Thompson fan and Matt Williams. Matt Williams was a good player. I remember I had a baseball card when I was a kid, and it's somewhere, and it shows them from behind, but it's like Will Clark, Matt Williams, and Barry Bonds, and it's like my favorite baseball card that I own. JT Snow was my favorite Giants player. Love watching him. Yeah, JT Snow was really good. Was it JT Snow who got into all the arguments with Barry Bonds, who I think hated each other? Was that JT Snow or is that somebody else? Am I thinking of somebody else? It wasn't Rich Aurelia. Rich Aurelia had a couple of good years for the Giants. 40-0 Giants. That'd be awesome, Chua. Fumble or strip sack. That would have been great. Also love Lincecum. Yeah, Lincecum was... Lincecum was one of the few baseball players where if he was pitching that day, I would do my best to work my way around so I could watch him pitch. Because Jeff Kent. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Jeff Kent. But Lincecum was the guy where he was must watch. When he was like, he had like 3 or 4 years where Lincecum was just amazing. Yeah. I always mix up Jeff Kent and JT Snow for some reason. I don't know why, but Lincecum was the guy where I would cancel plans because I'm like, no, Lincecum's pitching. If the Cowboys beat Cowboys, they'll think they can. If the Cardinals beat them, then yeah. I mean, I still think that Randy, I want the Cardinals to win this game. I think because long term, I think it benefits the 49ers more. And I will always root for whatever benefits the Niners. But this has been a really good game so far. I mean, who would have thought we're kind of closing in, on halftime, and the Cardinals are beating the Cowboys. Feel free, guys, to drop a like on the stream. You're welcome to share it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's take a look here. Panthers 10, Seattle 9, and they're driving again. 2nd and 13 at the Seattle 31. Andy Dalton playing really well, actually. 12 for 17, 132 yards and a touchdown. Touchdown to DJ Chark. Brian Burns got a sack. Man, he's a monster. You imagine if the Niners were able to swing a trade for Brian Burns? That defense would be amazing. Jeff Kent. Yeah, you guys are right. Jeff Kent. You're 100% right. It was Jeff Kent who, him and Barry Bonds didn't see eye to eye, which that 2002 Giants team, which should have won the World Series. Ugh. Cowboys kick the ball away, so the Cardinals have a 5-point lead. There's 5.5 minutes left in the half. It was a touchback, so the Cardinals will start from their own 25. That's the only relevance this game has for his confidence is not. Yeah, exactly. I think you're right, Joey. The bigger deal is we want the Cowboys to lose as many games, we want the Eagles to lose many games, which is good that they're in their same division because they play each other. So you're hoping that they're going to lose a lot. Hit the like, but spy Nick Danger. Let's go. Someone did ask me. I think it was Chua who said, who was my favorite Niner of all time? That's a tough question. 1st and 10 here for the Cardinals. Dobbs in shotgun, empty backfield. Man in motion. Snap is away. Under pressure immediately. Throws it wide open and dropped it for Zach Ertz. Ugh. And that should have been caught by Ertz, and that would have been a big time gain. That would have been about maybe 15. Yeah, that would have been 15-yard pickup, but he just drops it. Bears are hilariously overmatched today. You're right, Joey. There's a flag on the play, too. What's the flag? Is it a holding? It's a holding against the rookie, Paris Johnson. Jeff Kent, enjoy the game. Giants 2002 team was supposed to have won the... Yeah, we should have beat the Angels. That's crazy. It's nice to see the Cowboys look mortal. You're right, Mr. Mumbles. Absolutely. On 1st and 20, quick throw here to Hollywood Brown. Gets maybe like 7 yards. Favorite 49er. See, I love Joe Montana. I was 6 years old when he got traded to Kansas City. Favorite player, that's tough because there's different eras too. But I mean, I think Jerry Rice, love Jerry Rice, best football player in my opinion of all, just football player. He was the best. 2nd and 11, so actually a bigger gain. Pickup of 9. Dobbs and shotgun fakes. Gives it to Connor. Connor's got blockers. 1st down, Arizona. Up to midfield. Let's go, Arizona. Who's playing in dig spot? I'm not sure. A scrub, undrafted 2020. Favorite 49er. I mean, different eras, but Jerry Rice when I was like really young. Um, Frank Gore, Patrick Willis. Like, there's so many players. Right now on the team, I mean, it was Kittle for a number of years, but I don't know. McCaffrey, I mean, Debo, I love. It's hard. There's so many, but it's hard. So hard to choose. It's a great question, but I just can't. I just couldn't choose one. And they give it to Connor again, and another first down, Arizona. This run game, and James Conner is one of the leading rushers in the NFL. We're only in week 3, but the guy's playing incredibly well. One of the more underrated running backs. Whenever you think you're top running backs, he's never a guy that you think of really, and he's just solid. Won't matter, you can't outscore Miami. Not a baseball fan, but one of my greatest sports memories is seeing Bonds just before. That's awesome. They hand it off to the running back, and they're at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Pickup of 8 on first down, and the Cardinals are on the move here. There's about 3 minutes to go in the half. So if the Cardinals can hold the ball all the way to the end of the half, put up points, that's awesome. That home run doesn't count. Arizona, you're right, Mickey. Arizona does have a run game. James Conner, he is pretty lethal. That was pretty cool to have seen one of Bonds' nearly record-breaking home runs. 2nd and 2. Dobbs hands it off, and it gets stuffed. Loses about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. Still, it's going to be just outside of the 2-minute warning. Igbono, I don't know. I'm going to just call him, I don't know. I don't even know. I can't pronounce that. Favorite Deion Sanders? I mean, Deion was great, but he was only with the Niners for 1 year, so that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Is it the Diggs replacement? Man, the Cowgirls were smelling their own gas. 3rd and 4, they faked the handoff, and Dobbs was good. Wow, Dobbs took a shot there, loses 2 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 6, and the clock could wind down to the 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but the Cardinals are going to have to settle for 3. Igbenogany. I'm going to say, but I don't know. The Diggs replacement is, undrafted 2020 player. So Cardinals going to line up. It's the 2-minute warning, folks. I'm going to be right back. I got a bathroom break, but I will be right back. Remember when the Niners had Cody Pickett? I do, Lewis. Cody Pickett, Ken Dorsey. We even started Chris Wenke for a game, for crying out loud. All right. What do we have here? I can't remember when. I remember when the Niners, Cody Pickett and Sean Henke and Trent Dilfer. God. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Pronounced Igbonogany. Cowtricks are tightening up on the run game. There we go. They're tightening up. they were committing to the run defense, which is, that's always a good sign for the Cowboys. Willie Mays. So Reggae, look, I think there's no question that Willie Mays is you could easily argue he's the best Giants player. My one thing is I never saw him play. I wasn't born for like another how many years. So I think you're absolutely right. He's like probably the best player. The Giants have maybe had, you could argue maybe Barry Bonds or whoever, but it's just, I haven't seen him play. Not consistently anyways, so. Matt Prater, the field goal is good. Nice job. So it's going to be 18-10. Still a one possession game, but of course the Cowboys would need that 2-point conversion. Let me see. Are people talking? Don't tell me anyone's talking bad about Barry Bonds. I don't want to hear cheater. Diggs backup is a 5th round out of Fresno State. Yes, they were not the original. Right, that era was trash. Oh, are you talking about offside? So is that first down Arizona now? So it was offside against the Cowboys. They accept the penalty. So that actually gives the Cardinals a first down. And that is a horrible, horrible mistake by the Dallas Cowboys on special teams. Because now the Cardinals have 1st and 10. There's a minute 55 left in the half. Dallas have all 3 timeouts, but now you can make them waste all their timeouts. So it's 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the 27. Dobbs fakes the handoff, got time, throws it deep. Oh, incomplete, looking for Hollywood Brown. Good defense there by the Cowboy DB, but that was close. Sorry, Christian, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth were not on okay, let's not get into the whole steroid and all of that. That's a debate that just never goes anywhere. You can't compare eras, but I like this comment here. Shifty, I went to Sacramento yesterday to a pumpkin patch, and you ate a lot of food. That's awesome, Chua. 2nd and 10, Dobbs just throws it into the ground in the area of Zach Ertz, but that play was dead from the get-go. Flag on the play, though. Maybe a holding against Arizona, but I think if you're Dallas, you probably decline it. Barry Bonds was great before steroids with the Pirates and also initially with the Giants. Didn't need to, but I mean, he became arguably the best player of all time. But anywho, my favorite player to watch was Tim Lincecum. I remember that playoff game in 2010 against the Atlanta Braves, but there were so many Lincecum games that he was just, when he was on, Lincecum was so good. 2nd and 15 now for the Cardinals from the Dallas 32. Snap is away. Under pressure, dumps it off to James Conner. James Conner, can he break a tackle? Gets out of bounds, though. Not ideal. Gets about maybe 6-7 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up for the Arizona Cardinals. There's a minute 40 left. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Arizona is going to be at the Dallas 25-ish, 24-yard line. Needs 7 yards to pick up the first down. That's crucial right there. Snap is away. Under pressure. Dumps it off. Going to be caught, but great defense by Dallas. Great. And that's a really good call there by Dallas. You bring the pressure. You just blitz like crazy. You know that it's going to have to be a quick dump off. Your DBs basically aren't even playing the wide receivers. They are just flooding towards the running back that peels out. And that was just, Dan Quinn is a really good defensive coordinator. Now, they haven't had their best half of football, the Cowboys, but that play call right there was just beautiful defense. Cricket. Sorry. No, you already did, Phil. No need to be sorry. How do we go? I mean, I guess it's a natural. You go, oh, who's your favorite Giant? Then Barry Bonds comes up, and I said it. I think I brought up Barry Bonds initially, and I was like, look, he's a controversial guy. I met Barry Bonds actually at work before. He was nice to me. I know he's not great with the media and stuff, but anyways, aside from all of that stuff, the Cardinals are lining up for a 43-yard field goal attempt. Snap is away, kick is up, and it's good. So it's going to be, it is 18-10, but now there's less than a minute and a half to go. Dallas have 2 timeouts left, so plenty of time. You and me both. But, so let me see. Okay, so who here is a Golden State Warriors fan? Golden State Warriors. There's nothing controversial about them, right? Or feel free. You know what might be fun? Is feel free if you guys want to throw, like, we can do like we can do a Q&A if you want. We can do it. We can talk about the game. I think the Cardinals in this game have been really impressive. The Cowboys just haven't really got a feel for the game yet. I feel like the Cardinals have done a really great job of, throwing different things at the Cowboy defense. Nothing wrong with talking, as long as nobody's being an idiot. You're right, Christian. You're right. You are 100% right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking about that. I think it's a conversation that you could talk about it for hours, and I think that you would just get nowhere with it. The baseball steroid, whole thing. That could be an idea for a stream, though. Let's see if we can, because I think I'm not going to get into it. I was about to make it, but then it's like, okay, here we go. But Randy is a classic. I like Randy a lot. Tony Gwynn was a stand-up baseball player. Kirby Puckett, Don Mattingly. These guys are about. Tony Gwynn for the Padres was insane. Like, I look at their stats that pop up where like it was like players have more strikeouts in a year than he had in like his career. It's just it's crazy. Tony Gwynn was. I don't like the Padres, but I don't hate the Padres. They're kind of a nothing friend. I mean, to me, they were never a huge rival of the Giants. We're in the same division, but I just never thought of them as it's the Dodgers, obviously, but is the rival. But Tony Gwynn, what a player, man. Underrated, I think. The Padres. For real, I like debate. I don't get mad or that's good. Well, I mean, you guys are adults, so that's really good. Home runs are selfish. Your last hugs. Crazy guy, how are you feeling about this game? The Cardinals 8-point lead. About to kick it off here to the Dallas Cowboys. There's a minute and a half left. Cowboys have 2 timeouts. There's a minute 28 left. Fred McGriff, baseball. Well, if you want to talk controversial, what about Pete Rose? Because I think Pete Rose is amazing. Cato says, Shifty, I just got home and saw that you're streaming and the Cowboys are losing. Isn't that great, Cato? Isn't it? It's awesome, right? Streaming, we're hanging out. I don't have work tomorrow, having a few beers, watching the game with all you guys. I couldn't ask for anything more. The crime dog, McGriff, he sniffs out crime. That's true, Christian. I know, I think all of you guys, like the regulars here, are all very mature, especially Tommy. Crazy girl. I've been. First and 10 for the Cowboys after the touchback. Prescott and shotgun back to his left. Snap is away. Looking to throw it quick. Does throw it quick to CeeDee Lamb. Gets about 6-7 yards. Minute 20 left. Clock is moving. They have 2 timeouts. Did you already talk about the Dolphins game? We talked a little bit about it, but not in depth. But 70 points is insane. 2nd and 3. They're going hurry up. Prescott dumps it off to Pollard. Pollard's got space. Going to run out of bounds, but he's short of the first down marker. So 3rd and 1. Okay, Tommy. We like crazy guy around here. We like crazy guy. It is funny, though, what you're saying, but we like crazy guy. When Pete Rose was suspended is when I started watching baseball as a young laddie. Pete Rose, I thought, was just Mr. Baseball, kind of, wasn't he, before the whole betting on games and stuff? First down, Cowboys, Pollard up the middle. Clock is going to be stopped. Cowboys call their second timeout, a minute 2 left in the half. Let's see. When the Cowboys have Stephen Brown, when the Cowboys have a miraculous comeback in the fourth quarter, the Cardinals will tank on purpose. Like, you're probably right, Stephen. I won't deny that. I think the Cowboys still win this game. Chief intercepted. Shut up, Tommy. You guys are freaking funny as hell. Mostert 4 touchdowns. Pete Rose and George Brett. Was it George Brett who, like, remember when he got called for, like, he had, was like the pine tar on the baseball bat and he like flips out? 1st and 10. Prescott in the shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers up top, 1 down low, snap is away. Looking, got time, throws it, gonna be caught there. That's CeeDee Lamb. Flag on the play, gets the first down up across midfield, but is that possibly an offensive pass interference? I got like a Fox or ESPN alert on it, and I thought it meant the Broncos. And oh, Jesus, yeah, the Dolphins, man, Mike McDaniel doing a great job there. The weapons, though, the speed. And look, there was no Jalen Waddle in that game either, so that's my stage name. You wouldn't know about. Oh, God. My friend called me Tom, which you will know. Oh, jeepers. At least Mike McGlinchey got it. You're right, Cato. Mike McGlinchey he is actually one of the lowest graded offensive tackles in football. I'm glad we didn't pay him. So that was offensive pass interference. 1st and 20. 56 seconds. They're at their own 29. 1 timeout. Prescott. Looking, just throws it away. This Cardinals defense is playing good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can do that for you. But crazy guy, well, if you're a mod, I don't think you can get rid of another mod. I don't think that's a thing. There you go. That should be good, crazy guy. Oh, wait. Let me do... All right. Put my mind in my heart. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of maintenance on the stream. 3rd and 20 now. And that's going to be to Ferguson up to the 40-yard line. That's going to be 4th down. I think the Cardinals, you just let it. I think they called timeout, actually. Thomas the Huxley. The Pine Tar incident, Randy. Yeah, that was the Pine Tar with George Brett, wasn't it? Jim Abbott was one of your favorite players. Says Rob something. Oh, Randy, no, that's my... Say it with me. The Cowboys ain't it. They're not looking good today, but maybe they overlooked the Cardinals. You know, the Cardinals thrown away some games, and they're like, oh, this will be an easy one. Cowboys and Eagles are cannon fodder. I don't know about that. I can't believe I'm rooting for Arizona, says Rob. Me neither. And look, I'm never going to root for the Cardinals again unless it directly helps the 49ers. And I think that this game does help the 49ers if they win. Yeah, we're all saying, like, we're rooting for the Cardinals. The punt is away. And taken at the 10-yard line. Some nice moves there. Gets up to the 20, 25. Decent return there. 25 seconds, 2 timeouts. What do they do here? If Arizona wins 4 to 5 games, at least make it. Yes, well, that's the thing too. Actually, that's a really good point, Cato, that I didn't even think of. Is that we kind of want the Cardinals to win, so they don't really have a chance at Caleb Williams. However, the Cardinals, because they traded with the Texans in the draft, so I think the Cardinals have, their own first-round pick, but they have the Texans' first-round pick, so they could probably move up. We have a couch. I know, Tommy, but I like Crazy Guy. Crazy Guy is super committed to the channel. Always good for talking. So I like Crazy Guy. You're really rooting against the Cowgirls. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's a encroachment, no? Throws it, going to be caught there down the field to Hollywood Brown, but that was an encroachment, I think. Yeah, I think we're more so rooting against the Cowboys as opposed to like the Cardinals. I got ribs cooking in the. Oh man, that sounds really good. It's so much fun when it is so much fun when the Cowboys lose. I just like watching their fans kind of melt down. Bears looking so bad. I'm gonna go look at the score. It can't be as bad as. And the Panthers are winning at halftime, 13-12. 31-0 Kansas City over Chicago. Still in the first half. Oh, God. Chicago, remember everyone talking up like, oh, Justin Fields, and he's going to be an MVP. 1st and 10 Arizona, Dobbs throwing it down the field. Ooh, knocked out of bounds. Good effort, though, by number 14. There's a flag on the play because, of course, there is. David Baco, nice to have you here again. Yeah, apologies, everyone, for not being able to do the Giants 49ers Thursday night football game. There's no way with the time zone, and I was working. But we're here. We're doing this game. We're having fun. We're talking about the game, but we're also talking about a bunch of other stuff, too. A pleasant surprise, I would have to say, that... sorry, you're Tammy now. Oh, my God. But pleasant surprise here, seeing the Arizona Cardinals up 8 points over the Cowboys, and they're kind of going for it. Oh, it was against Dallas, throwing it deep. Rondale Moore. I think they were kind of just looking for a flag there, if anything. But don't be Randy. Don't push it. If that's true, then we need D'Amico Ryans to pull through for us. We also, yeah, I mean, look, the Texans going into Jacksonville, getting a 37-17 win. When I looked at Jacksonville on the schedule, I was like, that's a really tough game. Houston manhandled them. You love to see it from D'Amico. And maybe that kind of defense, and we obviously still run a similar defense, that could be really good. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Dobbs, quick play. The pass was deflected, bounced off a Cowboy defender. Caught by Rondale Moore. You call a timeout. 7 seconds left. You're in Dallas territory. Matt Prater, actually, it bounced off the hand of Leighton Vander Esch, the linebacker out of Boise State, to Rondale Moore. 7 seconds. So you can run another play. You don't have to get out of bounds. Get a few more yards, and then you're in field goal. Matt Prater has a leg on him. Cowboys shooting themselves. It was a good one. I never thought of it. So disappointed. It's a high five emote. Yeah, some people think it's a prayer emote, but it's like a... I know, I think that one is... Isn't there like one that's like this or something that's a high five? Or they hand it off to... What was that play call? You get a few yards. There's 4 seconds left. You call... Why would you not pass it? Yeah, that's it, Tommy, isn't it? I think that's the high five. I think that crazy guy, I think that is a prayer emoji, no? A high 10. Or was that a haiku? Was that possibly was that a haiku? So look, this is gonna be a long field. This is gonna be about 63 yards. Your mom was a high 10 in college. God, oh man, that's funny. 62-yard field goal for Matt Prater. Here we go. Snap is away. Hold is good. Kick is up. Does it have the distance? It does! It's good! Matt Prater with a 62-yard field goal. Unbelievable. 62-yard field goal. Matt Prater had the distance, and it was good. And the Cardinals lead 21-10 at halftime. The Cowboys do get the ball to start the second half. But what a kick by Matt Prater. Unbelievable. Let's go, Prater. Let's go, Prater. Ho-ho-ho. Wow, yeah, that was insane. Cardinals, 265 yards of offense in the first half. Amazing. Let's see. Wow, we're getting the reactions of the kick. They're not in Denver, too. You're right, Lewis. In Denver, the ball carries, and that's where Prater played for a long time. But 62-yard field goal. That was amazing. Good stuff, Arizona. As a 49ers fan, all I can say is Eric, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. If the Cardinals win, then Taylor Swift at the Kansas City, Jesus. If the Cardinals win, it starts to maybe put them a little bit out of the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. It also, in this game, it hurts the Dallas Cowboys, which hurting the Cowboys, chances of, number one seed and all that, we love that. We always love that. But also, I think that's such a big thing when it comes to the Niners looking down the road this season. Teams are not evenly matched, says Randy. These games are really bad. We need to have a fantasy draft every single year. Bang, bang, cards gang, says Cato. Maybe. For this game, at least. 21-10, there is hope. Hang on, Cardinals. Cardinals are the 85 Bears in the first. And Scott, I think you're actually really onto something big here. I don't foresee this scoreline staying this way, but if it does, I'm not going to complain. So, I think the Chiefs are going to score 50, says Tommy. Well, let's see. They were at 31, and they have the ball 2nd and 10 at the Chicago 26. 11 seconds to go. So you're thinking they should add at least 3 more. Jeepers. The Chicago Bears, are they... Okay, so let me ask you guys, who is the most disappointing team through 3 weeks? And we're not fully through 3 weeks, but so far, who is your guys' most disappointing team? And we can't really say the Jets because they lost Aaron Rodgers, but I would like to hear what you guys think. I think maybe it has to be the Chicago Bears because Bears fans were super confident, but they're looking dreadful. In this game, however, the Cowboys not looking good at all. Frankly, they're not looking good at all. If I'm down 31-0 like the Bears, I'm going home, says Randy. It's like, yeah, let's just beat the traffic. Speaking of 50, what was your sister? Oh, God. Oh, my days. Broncos might be giving Russell Wilson's office to Caleb Williams next year, says Eric Dane. And look, maybe that's the master plan for Sean Payton. Because, look, I don't doubt that Sean Payton is a very good head coach. Maybe he goes in there and he's like, Russell Wilson right now is a disaster. If we lose so badly this year, it's easy to just, even if the cap hit, whatever, the dead money that you have, you just cut Russell Wilson, you get Caleb Williams, and he's basically like your next Drew Brees. That's the goal. You're right, Lewis. Actually, that's a really good call. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they are incredibly disappointing. Losing at home 30. Look, you can lose at home against a division opponent. That happens. 37-17. Yikes. Against the Houston Texans, who, look, I like DeMeco Ryans. Love DeMeco Ryans. But that's bad. Chua says the Bears. I think the Bears are really bad. Dexter Smith, thank you for commenting, Dexter Smith. Good to have you here. Says the New York Giants. They're disappointing. Playoff team last year, they look dreadful. They've played 12 quarters of football, and they've had 2 good quarters, 10 really bad ones. He'll be. Eric says, "Kato Chang, he'll be on the phone. Hi, you've reached Caleb Williams. This is Russell Wilson. Can I take a message?" It's like, Russell, you're not going to be our starting quarterback, but you could be Caleb's secretary. How does that sound? Vikings. Yeah, you're right, Randy. Vikings. Bengals, too, Randy. That's a good one. And I think Christian was in there, says the Broncos. I don't know. I mean, the Broncos a bit disappointing. Like, losing 70-20 is very disappointing. But I think, I'd never thought the Broncos were going to be great. Although I thought they'd be better with Sean Payton. But, yeah, I don't know. Vikings, yeah, Bengals I think is a really good one. I don't think anyone expected them to not only lose the 2 games, but just to be that bad as well. Bengals are super disappointing. Yeah, exactly, Cato. I didn't even think we're in agreement there. Dexter says 49ers lost to Bears, then Trey Lance tricking his money on Instagram. Jeez, yeah. Well, that was the whole. Look, Trey Lance is a young guy. He's having a good time. He's got money, so I don't blame him. I mean, think back to last year, though. Yeah, the Bears beat the 49ers week 1. We go on to the NFC Championship game. Could have won it if our quarterback didn't get hurt. The Bears have the number 1 pick. So 1 week doesn't define a season. But once you get into, you start getting into the season, then, the Vikings. Personal assistant to Killins must come with a pretty good. I mean, look, Russell Wilson at this point, he's like, look, if you want to pay me like 30, 40 million to be an assistant, hell yeah. This is a good draft. I mean, every year we kind of hear that though, don't we? Every year it's always like a good year it's rare that we don't hear that at this time of year. But look, Caleb Williams seems to be a can't miss prospect. You hear about Drake May from North Carolina, Bo Nix from Oregon. They had the big win against Colorado. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to go back to Colorado, it sounds like, but Broncos have lost 2 home games to Raiders and Commanders and got. You're right, Christian, that they are massively underperforming. If you told me though that Broncos would be 0-3 after week 3, I mean I would have been like. It could happen, but yeah, I guess maybe the way that they're losing is pretty bad, especially against the Dolphins. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, 70 points. Like, even the 49ers at their worst, Dennis Erickson, Mike Nolan, like, we never let up. We let up over 50, I think, once or twice, but 70 is unheard of. That's insane to me. Sean Payton, first coach to be fired. That's a good one. Who's the first coach to be fired? Maybe, would the Bears do that? I don't know, because they already lost their defensive coordinator. Who would be the first coach to be fired? That's a good one. But I agree with a lot of you guys. I think Jacksonville is really disappointing. To me, I think Jacksonville, because I thought they would you get, Calvin Ridley, come back from the suspension. You have another draft. Like, I thought the Jacksonville Jaguars would be really good this year, and they're not. Now the next question, though, is who has been the most surprising team? Who's been the surprise? Who's the surprise team, like, in a good way? Who's been the team who's, like, really stepped up that you didn't think so? Tommy with the $2 super chat. Let's go. We're going to put Tommy on the board. But I'm a friend of Tommy, so I'm going to put Tom Huxley. You know the Wilsons, Owen Wilson and Owen 3 Wilson. God, Zach Wilson is really bad, isn't he? Zach Wilson's really bad. Yeah, he's awful. Go Cards says, Jimbo, let's go Cards. Yeah, hell yeah, I want the Cards to win this one. Dumb joke as expected, says Steve. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Broncos need to recruit Deion Sanders. Oh, no. Well, a media circus team, that's the last thing they need, I think. But instead of just a regular circus, that's pretty funny. Honestly, Saleh might be on the. I don't know if Saleh is, because you lose your quarterback. It's a little bit like Shanahan in 2018 when Garoppolo got hurt week 3 against Kansas City. The season's just kind of a wash at this point. Like, not totally, and I think the Jets will probably win like 6 games or something, but you lose your quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, which you went all in on. But shout out to Tommy Huxley in the chat, everybody. Tom Huxley. There we go. He's the man. Love Tommy. And that was a good one. Shifty, who do we need to worry about more? Cleveland or Jacksonville? Probably. Luckily, we have a couple more weeks to see. I would have said Jacksonville before today. But maybe that kind of changes because Cleveland looked good against an okay Tennessee team, but Cleveland dominated that game. Jacksonville lost badly at home, so I don't know. I would say right now, in the moment, probably Cleveland, although losing Nick Chubb, I think Right now, they're kind of getting away with it a little bit, but once they play the Niners, I think not having Nick Chubb is going to be a massive loss. Stay in college, kids. Yeah. Shador's making more NIL money than he would. Yeah, I think you're right, Christian. And I think there was a thing where like him and Deion Sanders, like his dad, were like talking about like, oh, he's going to be back next year, basically. Mike McD stuffing Sean Payton in a. You know what's funny is the fact that, it's never good to do this, but when Sean Payton was like, oh, Nathaniel Hackett, who was here last year, did a terrible job. And it's like, look at your job right now, dude. Like, Hackett was not a good head coach, but gee, your team's looking worse. So come on now. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Sorry, I just went straight to the Jets and Zach Wilson. There's too many Wilsons. Wilson. Wilson. Russell, yeah. Russell Wilson, yeah, 0-3 as well. Yeah, he is 0-3. Yeah, you're right, because the Jets won a game, but not because of Zach Wilson. The Bengals were a good 80s music group. The Bengals were. They had the Bengals had Walk Like an Egyptian. They had Manic Monday. Good call there, Drew. Yep, too bad. Trey, Steve was jealous. He didn't come. Yeah, like seriously, bro got shoved into a locker and the Bengals were great. I love this. We're talking 80s pop groups. Sean said last year Tua would be bench for Tay. Steve-O, Tua's been amazing. I have Tua I'm in a dynasty fantasy league and I have Tua and he was just incredible. And Mike McDaniel just doing a great job there. And yeah, I mean, if you're a Dolphins fan, you got to be stoked because the defense played well today. I mean, you see the Broncos, they put up 20 points, but one of them, I think it was like a kick return or a punt return. So yeah, Castaway, Tommy. Wilson, get back here, Wilson. The purpose of Sean Payton's existence is getting shoved into. Okay, I'm missing something here about Sean Payton and Mike McDaniel about getting shoved into. Is there some kind of locker reference that I'm not getting? Mahomes twisted his ankle again. I love how people want. Yeah, so Kyle Shanahan is a top 5 coach in the NFL, head coach in the NFL. I don't care what anyone says. And the fact that we extended him is amazing news. And we should be thrilled because if you look at the last 4 years of 49er football compared to other, like it's night and day. I love how people, yeah, I would, no, I don't, Sean Payton, yeah, he won a Super Bowl, great, but I want Kyle Shanahan every day of the year instead of Sean Payton. I would have been worried about Deshaun Watson running on us, but Deshaun Watson doesn't look great, and maybe Tennessee are not very good, and I just, maybe I'm just more in the moment after today's games, but I just see 20 at home to the Texans. That's not a team right now that I fear, although I think they can get it, bounce back. Guess who wrote Manic Monday? Was it? Yeah, Prince wrote Manic Monday. Prince wrote so many people, and rest in peace to Sinead O'Connor, but Prince wrote that song. God, what's the freaking, Nothing Compares to You. Yeah, Prince wrote that one. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys here after the touchback, and the tight end gets 6 yards, broke a couple of tackles, so it's going to be 2nd and 4 from their own 31-yard line. Weirdly, the big question with Brock and Tua is, can they stay healthy? That's the big question. You're right. Vince Lombardi couldn't win with the way Russell, but you're 100% right about that. Crazy Girls, oh God. Bengals are a one-hit wonder team for sure. Yeah. 2nd and 4, they hand it to Pollard, who ends up bouncing off some tackles about a yard shy of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 from their own 34. Yeah, Prince is just an amazing musician, I would say. Missed them, yeah. Purple Rain. Okay, yeah, I thought there was maybe like an inside joke thing or something that was said or done that, because everyone's talking about McDaniel putting Peyton in a locker, but McDaniel's the nerd. He's the one who should be thrown in the locker, right? Isn't that the 90s movie stereotype? 3rd and 1 here for the Cowboys. Dak behind center. He's going to hand it to the fullback and gets a nice move by the fullback. It ends up getting about 10 yards. Holy moly. Yeah, Joey, you're totally right. I agree with He rips on the bass. I think I've seen Prince play maybe bass. I've never seen him play drums. Some people are just like, they just look at an instrument and they're just like, they get it. That's it. For me, it takes so much practice. Prescott throws out to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb makes a guy, stays on his feet, gets about 3 yards on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Moving the ball at they're up to their own 36, 37 yard line. That's some stereotype. Yeah, on some Revenge of the Nerds. God, what a great movie. What was that song? Do 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 on Revenge of the Nerds, wasn't it? Something like that. 2nd and 6 now for the Cowboys at their own 46, 47 yard line. Prescott and shotgun back to his right. Snap is away, looking to throw. Looking, got time, looking downfield. Dumps it off to Pollard. Pollard gonna lose about a yard or two. Really good play by the Cardinals. Number 13 coming up and just making a really good tackle right there. Well, almost tackle, but just blew up the play. 3rd and 7 coming up now for Dallas. That's a stereotype. Yeah, my first demo time I did all the. Good for you, Randy. Hell yeah. Jimbo says need a pick 6. Are you talking about the Cardinals? That would be pretty nice. 3rd and 7 coming up here, though, for Dallas. They got to pick up this first down. Guitar player lost him because he was a... Oh, God. 3rd and 7. Are they calling a timeout? Or what? Oh, there's a Zaven Collins, the linebacker for the Cardinals, is walking off the field under his own power, so that's good. That's good. But yeah, if the Cardinals can get a stop here, man, that would be... Yeah, it looks like his legs just almost kind of gave out below him. Zaven Collins. Interesting. 3rd and 7 for Dallas here. Prescott and shotgun back to his left. 2 down low, 2 up top. Calling the play. Calling out the Mike linebacker. Snap is away. Prescott got decent protection. Throws it downfield for CeeDee Lamb. That's a first down, big time catch. CeeDee Lamb up to the 20-ish yard line of the Cardinals. First down, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. A bit of a push off there. Not enough. The officials ain't going to call that, though. It was a bit before the ball got there, so. Makes the catch. Left foot, right foot. That's a good play right there. CeeDee Lamb, 3 receptions for 43 yards. 1st and 10 at the Arizona 22. Prescott under pressure. Gets tackled! That was a dump-off pass to Tony Pollard. Loses about 3 yards there. Big play by White, the linebacker. He got poked in the eye, says Mickey. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. I just bought a new glass screen protector for my phone. Got it on my cart today and dropped my phone. Shattered. Oh, jeepers, Christian. I'd be like, y'all who sold me this, you're going to give me a refund for the screen protector. You're going to pay for my phone. 2nd and 12, incomplete. Quick pass looking for the tight end. That was like a bullet that Prescott threw it, and just no way the tight end's going to come down with that. Tommy can play the skin flute with 2 fingers. Wait, who? They turned off the Bears game? Really? I mean, that game is done for. So 3rd and 12 now for the Cowboys. If the Cardinals can even hold them to 3, that's a win right there. 3rd and 12. Prescott looking to throw. Got time. Under pressure's going to gets out of the sack. Running around. Picking up yards with his legs. And he's going to get the first down. 13 to 14 yard pickup. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How Prescott got the first down there. They had him freaking dead to rights in the backfield and gets the first down. How on earth? You had him. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, well, the screen. Yeah. Are we sure the Bears are an actual NFL team? From the 10-yard line, Prescott hands off to Pollard. It's they're calling it 1st and 10, so they could theoretically get another first down here. But they pick up the Cowboys on the run up the middle. Picks up about 2 yards on first down. Are we sure the Bears are an actual NFL team? Yeah, jeepers. I don't know. Bears lost already. Yeah, really bad tackling. You're right, Tommy. They could have, they had him. And that would have been a tough field goal then, too. 2nd and 7, they're calling it. The Cowboys, again, could theoretically get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Prescott behind center. Tony Pollard in the backfield. CeeDee Lamb in motion. 2 tight ends out there. Fakes the handoff to the right. Looking for his tight end. Prescott rolling, just throws it away. And, yeah, just throws out the back of the end zone. Rolled to his right near the sideline. But a couple of Cardinal players closing in on him, and he just had to throw it away. Yeah, but they're a new expansion franchise, so cut them some slack. Yeah, the Bears, they're a pretty new team, right? They're like they're like expansion team. They came over from the Arena League or something. Just so frustrating after. Yeah, you're right, Christian. I'd be super pissed off, and I'd be like, you give me a new one or a refund or something. 3rd down and 7 for the Dallas Cowboys. Less than 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Snap is away. Cardinals bringing pressure. Prescott going to throw it. Incomplete. No flags on the play. That's going to be 4th and 7. Cowboys probably going to, you have to take the 3 here so you make it a 1-possession game. But good job by the Cardinals defense here. It was a long drive. They gave up a couple of big plays, but they hang tough. Only give up 3. He was looking for Brandon Cooks over the middle, but just incomplete. Good job there. Good job by the defense. What are the Cowboys? I assume they're lining up to kick the field goal here. It's a 27-yarder. Kick is up, and it is good, but jeepers, it kind of went to the left a little bit. Dak equals Fugazi. Fugazi are a good band. I like Fugazi. That was PI. I don't know about that. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if that was PI. Cato says, solid stand by the card. Yeah, you're right. Really good defense at the end. Force them to 3, and that's the thing. Because now if the Cardinals can come out, I think that they need to let players, especially defenders, play a little bit more. There's just so many freaking flags. I just can't stand it. Yeah, the Bears have been around a couple of years. Since 20. People are like, oh, 3 years. No, since 1920. Your bottom 3 is going to be easy this week. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and apologies, guys. I didn't get a chance. I was just really busy with work. I didn't get a chance to do a power rankings this last week, but I will be doing one on Tuesday. I will put out a power rankings, bottom 3 and top 10. Tommy, I think that we agree that under how the NFL calls things, they could have called that a pass interference. Do I think that it should have been a pass interference? No, and I'm glad that they didn't call it. I think that pass interference should be pretty I think it typically should be a lot more egregious for it to be pass interference. But considering how they call it, if they did call that, I wouldn't have been surprised. Yeah, my bottom 3 is going to be Bears versus Giants every Sunday back in the day. Pretty much. They're rough. Might help boost morale or something, yeah. They'll always have 85. Yeah, the Bears, well, they had 85. Mike Singletary. Who was it? Like Dent? Wasn't there was it Dent who was part of their D-line? Look, and the Bears do have a pretty storied history. Like Walter Payton, the Fridge. What was the Fridge's name? Perry, William Perry, wasn't it? Or was it something Perry? It was something Perry, right? Bears Packers have played each other. Record number, yeah. The Packers have been around forever. I think it's cool that the Packers are still in Green Bay. That they didn't relocate even to Milwaukee or something. They're gonna be fun, yeah. But hey, remember 85? And most of their fans are like, I don't remember that. Did something happen in 85? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was one team that won a lot in the 80s and they wore red. Steve McMichael, yeah, Wilbur Marshall, William Perry, that's it. Yeah, William Perry. And then Jim McMahon was the quarterback. The Bears had that great Buddy Ryan, the 4-6 defense, and thing was Ditka was the coach. So touchback, Cardinals 1st and 10. Dobbs in the shotgun, back to his left. Rondale Moore joins in the backfield. Give me a little dump off to Rondale behind the line of scrimmage and gets about 2 yards. Pretty conservative play call right there, but look, you get some positive yards. 2nd and 8 coming up. Could be worse. I heard about that Usher. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, we remember Mike Singletary, especially as 49er fans. He was our head coach for a while. Usher, the performer for this Super Bowl. I kind of preferred it when it was a bit more rock bands. Like the last band that I thought was like really good was The Who when they played the Super Bowl. But, 2nd and 9, handed off to Connor. Connor actually gets a yard out of it. Could have easily lost 3. William. Yeah, that guy too. William ate the whole refrigerator, Perry. He was a big dude. Big dude. Green Bay, best ownership structure in the NFL by far. Well, isn't it the fans? It's like a public company, isn't it, or something? Isn't that the case? The best football song ever, the Super Bowl Shuffle. Wasn't there there was a 49er song too? All the teams did songs back then. And they're all cringy. 3rd and 8 now for the Cardinals. Dobbs and Shaw come back to his right, and that's going to be way offside against the Cowboys. I don't think that was a false start. That was Dorrance Armstrong, I believe, who was offside. Shifty, you like girl rock too. Well, they're saying false start against the offense. Is it against Paris Johnson? No, it's Hjalte Froholt. Tell me what you like girl rock too. Like, are we talking bands with like female leads or... Some guys don't like it, but check out Hellbent. I feel like I've heard of them before. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 now. Snap is away. They're just going to hand it off. And they get nowhere. Look, I get the call. You don't want to do anything risky that far backed up, but yeah, not good. I think the Steelers fans have a pretty good song. Well, the Steelers are another storied franchise. And another flag against the freaking Cardinals, but it's declined because it's going to be 4th down. Can't really be recreated anywhere else. Yeah, I agree, Tommy. What the hell play call? I mean, at least throw the ball, throw it down the field. Calvin, yo, what's up, Calvin? How we doing, buddy? Good to see you. Go Niners. Looks like we're going to be beating up on Dallas. We're going to be playing the Cardinals next Sunday, and then we play the Cowboys after that. But it's going to be a punt from the Arizona Cardinals. Punt is away. Is that Andy Lee still? And this could be a big return for the Cowboys up to the 25 and to the Cardinal territory. 35, 30, 25 inside the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. But there's a flag on the field, so hopefully it's coming back. Flag on the field. Not the worst decision. Not the worst decision, but maybe you go with a play that has a bit of a chance. It's going to be against the Cowboys. Holding against the Cowboys. Good stuff. They sound like Welling, but hard. Not the word. Cardinal starting to... Yeah, Cardinal. Big Wave 56 Boogie Board. Thank you for your enthusiasm. I like your show. Tommy from Lake Tahoe. Yo, Tommy from Lake Tahoe. I think you were here before. I think maybe last season. I think I remember you. Oh man, I just love football. I mean, when we watch, I think you've been here for Niner games. It gets crazy, but I just love football. That's my favorite sport, so I get a little nutty with it. But Lake Tahoe, man, that's probably I'd say one of the most beautiful parts of the world, if anything. So lucky man to live there. Yeah, but you don't want to make a mistake. You're right, Joey. I agree. Like, you don't want to do anything too risky, but maybe a play that has like potential to do something more, like those like screen passes that we do with like Deebo Samuel in 3rd and long. Maybe you try something like that where you can hit on something big, but a run right up the middle. I mean, on 3rd and 13, that's about as conservative as it gets. 85 New England Patriots upset a really good Raiders. Yeah, that was who was Eason, wasn't it, or something? Was it Eason who was the quarterback or for the Patriots? He was in that draft. It was like Dan Marino, John Elway, Jim O'Brien or something, who the Jets drafted ahead of Dan Marino. Let's see. Short field like starting on the card. It would have been Cato, but now there's a holding, so it's coming back. Friends, yeah, Tahoe's gorgeous. Returns are easy. Returns are easy when you hold. We know about that. Refs beat Raiders. Oh, the tuck rule. Yeah, that was a garbage call. I mean, I feel bad for the Raiders on that one, and that flipped the game completely. And that's where like Tom Brady's career like really set off. But that Raiders team was. I think Jerry Rice was Jerry Rice on the Raiders that year. I think he was. From the spot of the foul, so 10 yards from. Oh, okay. So it's. I mean, at least the position won't be that good. 49ers will beat the Cardinals 70-20. Dexter, I hope you're right, man. That would be awesome. From the spot, 30 minutes from Tahoe. Beautiful. Yeah, Tahoe's gorgeous. 45. It was a fumble. 45 from South Shore. Nice. I used to live in San Francisco, in the city. Well, that was clearly a hold right there. So, wow, that backs them way back at their own 16, throwing it deep. Wow, what a throw. Is that a good catch, Michael Gallup? And that's a big gain. Dak looking for just that one-on-one coverage. Finds it with Michael Gallup, and that's a good catch. Let's see if he got both feet in bounds. Yep, he got, but that's perfect. 45, 40 SF, yeah. First and 10 for the Cowboys, a pickup of about almost 30 from their own 43. Dak hands it off to Pollard up the middle, fights forward, gets about maybe 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up from their own 47. Brady even said Brady, yeah. They probably didn't even know about that rule. Do you miss living in... There's some things I miss about living in San Francisco, yes. There's definitely some things I miss, but overall I'm happy with my decision. But there's some things I miss for sure. 2nd and 6 now. Prescott looking to throw a quick, gets it. That's going to be CeeDee Lamb. Going to break it. Nice move. And CeeDee Lamb gets a first down. Maybe gets about 10 yards on the play. I know that Dexter, yeah, he played with the Raiders in the tuck rule game, right? 41-0 Chiefs over the Bears, by the way. Still half of the third quarter to go, and that's Taylor Swift, who's looking to get a little close with Travis Kelce, perhaps. 1st and 10 Cowboys on the Cardinals side of the field. The Cardinal 42. Snap is away. Prescott hands up the middle. I formation. Tony Pollard breaking tackles. Breaking tackles again down the sideline. He's got a lane pushed out of bounds around the 10. Huge gain. Tony Pollard picks up about 30. Man, the Cowboys are getting into a groove now. The Cardinals going 3 and out. That was just a disaster. Because the Cowboys had a long drive to start the second half. Forced to 3. Now they have another long drive. This Cardinal defense is going to be starting to get tired. Yeah, the Cardinals. I mean, yeah, the Cardinals, they stink. But, you know. The Cardinals are the worst. Yeah. Chewy, you swim in Lake Tahoe? God, I'm so freaking jealous. 1st and goal from the 11. Interesting. They hand it off to the back. Igbenanague. Rip Bears. Yeah, 41-0. I wonder if Andy Reid saw what Mike McDaniel did. Is like, I'm gonna one-up you. There's a reason. Yeah, like the Cardinals are... they're still winning, but... this second half has just been all Dallas. 2nd and 8. Yeah, it wasn't the 1st and goal. 2nd and 8 from like the 9. Prescott looking to throw it quick, gonna dump it off to the running back, who's gonna get decent yards up to the 5-yard line. It's gonna be about 3rd and 3 or so from the 5-yard line of the Cardinals. So can they make a big stand here? Randy using the emojis. Yeah, if you guys become a member, you get all those cool emojis. They're bums. Yeah, they kind of are. But I have to give credit to the Cardinals is that they've been in all their games. Like, The Broncos just lost by 50. The Bears are about to lose by more than... Snap is away. Prescott fumbles it. There's a flag down, so this is going to be holding. So it's incomplete. So maybe... Wow, that was a funky play. So the ball was snapped low. Prescott couldn't handle it. Started to roll to his left. There was a holding against Dallas. So it's 3rd and 3. There was a holding against Dallas. But then Prescott did throw it. It was incomplete. So then do you take the 4th and 3 or do you go 3rd and 13? But they have a chance to pick up the first down or go for the end zone. With the amount of trash left at Tahoe last few years, rules are good. Yeah, I mean, I hate when people come to, let's say, Tahoe or wherever, and if they clearly don't have respect for it and just trash the place and leave, like, that's bull. Like they should be fined or whatever for that. They accepted it, so it's 3rd and 13. So the Cowboys, I don't know about that decision. Prescott in the shotgun, throwing it. It's going to be, and it ends up being working out about the same because they get it to Ferguson, the tight end out of Wisconsin, and he picks up about maybe 9 yards. So it's about 4th and 3, 4th and 4. Bears losing 41. They're going to end up losing by 50. I mean, if Andy Reid wants to, he can be like, Mike McDaniel, you won by 50. Well, I'm going to win by 60. So how about them apples? 4th and 4. The Cowboy off. This is a big play. Cowboy offense on the field at the Arizona 5. Trips down low, back to his left, receiver up top, snap is away, looking down low, looking under pressure. Dak's going to run for it, throws it, dumps it off, incomplete, no flags. Arizona gets the ball back. Let's go. Arizona gets the ball back. And Dallas goes for it. Mike McCarthy with another boneheaded decision. Why not kick the field goal? You're down by 5. You stop their offense. You get the touchdown. You're winning. Let's go. Go Cardinals. See how bad all these other teams are? Cardinals are great. Incomplete. No flags. That's awesome. Go Cardinals. Now the Cardinals need to get some freaking first downs. If the Cowboys defense really they should have. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. If they had that much confidence, what happened? So on the play, Dak, they had trips receivers down low. Snap, Dak was looking that way. Nothing open. Gets pressure then. Rolls to his right. Was going to maybe run for it, but a Cardinal defender kind of swarmed right in, and there's no way Dak would have got around him. Throws it incomplete. Let's go, Redbird, says Rory. Let's go. Am I this excited? I'd like to think that I have a little hand in that, Cato, that we're like, let's go Cardinals. 60 people in here, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Let's actually do a little check on that. Let's see how so for subscribers, we gained a new subscriber, so we're at 2552. That's a palindrome. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. It really helps out. Like the stream. And let's see in the likes department. We have 37 likes. Let's see if we can get to 49 likes. 49 likes. Seattle is beating Carolina 22-13, unfortunately. Let's see where they're at. They have 1st and 10 at their own 35. So it looks like Seattle's probably going to walk away with that. Geno Smith not having a great game. Kansas City 41-0 over the Bears. Justin Fields, 5 for 13, 39 yards and a pick. Remember all that talk before the season that Justin Fields is going to be an MVP and he's way better than Trey Lance? Look, I'm not saying Trey Lance is great, but come on now. So 1st and 10 Cardinals from their own 5. Dobbs fakes the handoff. Got to get rid of it quick. Did he actually catch that? If he caught that, that's a big catch. It wouldn't be a first down, but that would be a good 7-8 yards. We'll have to see what the call is here. Shifty, the Cardinals always play the Cowgirls tough the last 10. Is that right? There's a flag against the Cardinals holding. Just don't tell me it was in the end zone. If it's in the end zone, then it's a safety. For real, Shifty getting us hyped for the Birds. Let's go, Cardinals, baby. Let's go. The Chiefs saw the Dolphins score, and they said, hold my beer. The hold started before the end zone. 2nd and 10, so they picked up the flag, so it was incomplete. Dobbs behind center, 3 tight ends, a receiver and a back. Receiver in motion, snap is away. They just handed up the middle. James Conner got about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up. They can't be helped, Christian. I don't know if they lose him, but it certainly helps. Rory says, just matriculate down the field. Matriculate. Holy moly. Someone's digging in deep into the dictionary. I don't even know what that means. You're a smarter man than I am. 3rd and 8, though, for the Cardinals. Come on, pick up the first down. You're probably going to go conservative here and run it, but in the shotgun, back to your right. 3 receivers up top, 1 down low. Snap is away. No, looking to throw. Got time. Throws it down the field. Caught! That's caught! Hollywood Brown, first down. Cardinals, let's go. Let's go, Cardinals. Caught it down the field at about the 30-yard line. Right foot, left foot. That looks good to me. Right foot. Yep, right foot, left foot. That's good. That was a huge play up to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Dobbs, they're doing a little trickery. And they're going to lose 5 yards. What the hell was that? They did like 3 different handoffs. Flip it. Back to, oh, sugar. Okay, sorry. My computer got unplugged. But they did a whole bunch of different handoffs. They flip it back to Dobbs, and he just loses about 3 yards. That was terrible. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 9 now for the Cardinals. And they have to run a play before the end of the 3rd quarter. I didn't realize my laptop was unplugged, and then I was getting a notification like, oh, it's about to turn off. Okie dokie. Here we go. 3rd and 9. Can you get another one? Dobbs in the shotgun, back to his left. Snap is away. Maybe a Cowboy was offside there. He's going to get sacked by Micah Parsons. Yikes. Yeah, Micah Parsons is really good. The number 54, was he not offside? Or like neutral zone infraction? That looked like, that should have been a neutral zone infraction. No, can't they take a look at that again? We're headed to the 4th quarter. Yeah, apologies for that moment there, guys. Yeah, I didn't realize that my computer was unplugged and the laptop was about and everything was about to shut off. And I'm like, holy moly. Trade Kyler Murray for 3rd. I think they can get more than that. I mean, his contract is ridiculous, but maybe there's a team who would want to go for it. 74 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Do feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. Feel free to share it on social media. But thank you for spending your Sunday here. Shifty's 49ers talk. Obviously, I'm a 49er fan. These are the 2 teams. So the Niners play the Cardinals next week and then the Cowboys the week after. That's a big reason why I wanted to stream this game, to get a good look at the next opponents that are coming up. Also, it's actually turned out to be a really fun game. So I'm actually super glad that I did this because heading into the fourth quarter, the Cardinals are leading somehow. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling. This is such a rad time. There's no other tempted by the fruit. We have 49 likes. We just hit 49 likes. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Awesome. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. Appreciate you. Let's keep it going with the likes. That was a saying that Hank Stram said as his team was beating the Vikings in Super Bowl IV. No religion, dropping the knowledge right here. Holy moly. Kyler was a mess and got a raise. Kyler was good. Like, he's pretty good. The issue is the contract and then how much the Cardinals would want for him. That's the issue. Jets and Bears would love. The Bears I could actually see. That makes a lot of sense, Mark. The Jets, I think they're just going to, next year, they're going to roll. Assuming Rodgers comes back, I think they'll have Rodgers for a couple of years. And then they'll probably draft someone in like the first, second round or something in the next year or two and develop them behind Rodgers and go from there. I don't know. Jimbo says, smash the like button. Okay, my bad. That was Super Bowl IV, Super Bowl 3. Which was the Super Bowl with Joe Namath? So it's fourth down. Cardinals punt the ball away. Fair catch called. Wow. Dangerous. Caught it, but good starting field position here for the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to start from their own near the 40. If they really want they can win the Caleb sweepstakes. So why? I don't know. I feel like the Bears are still somehow all in on Fields. I don't know if they should be. That's an interesting one. 1st and 10 here for the Dallas Cowboys. We're in the fourth quarter, folks. They're going to hand it off to Tony Pollard at the middle, who's going to get about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up. Cardinals lead by 8. You don't see Aaron Rodgers coming back ever? I do. Because if the Jets had Rodgers, I feel like they'd be a really good team. And I think he knows that. And the Jets are going to have a first-round pick next year because Rodgers won't be playing whatever. So they're going to add talent too. I think Rodgers comes back. That's just me, though. From their own 37, Prescott in shotgun fakes the handoff, looking quick. Almost intercepted by Zaven. Is that Zaven Collins? He's been everywhere. No, that's Barnes. No, Barnes has been everywhere too. Great job. Great job by Barnes. He's been really good today. Smash the like button. Go to the Patriots. Oh, that's actually interesting. If they're ready to move on from Mac Jones, Mac Jones is like Kirk Cousins light. He's like not as good, but he's okay. 3rd and 9 right now for the Cowboys at their own 37. Snap is away. Prescott looking to throw. Got time. Got plenty of time. Throws it down the field. Incomplete, but there's a flag, so that's going to be holding or pass interference against the Cardinals. And the refs are quick to throw these flags against the Cardinals. Let's see. Super Bowl 1969, Joe Namath. Aaron Rodgers done too. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers, I think he can come back. What if Wilson balls out and AR? Steve, you're talking about Zach Wilson? Have you seen him? He's terrible. Unless he can magically get talent to play quarterback, I don't know. Prescott going to run for it and gets maybe a yard or two on the scramble. Just nothing doing, nobody getting open. A lot of flags against the Cardinals. And that's something that just bad teams do. They get flagged a lot. CeeDee Lamb kind of thinking, why didn't you throw me the ball? Not saying I agree at all, but I think they're giving Fields this season. Oh, they're going to give Fields this season for sure. They want to see something. 2nd and 9 here. They're going to hand it. And it's a really good run. Gets a first down to the Arizona 38. Holy moly. That's a really nice run right there. Right up the middle. If they want to move off him, why not go for... So Cato, yeah, let me break that down real quick. They're going to give Fields the most of the rest of this season, I would imagine. Sorry, 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from the 39 of the Cardinals. They get about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up. You give Fields the rest of this year. You get a feel for Fields as if you think he can be something. If not, the Bears have their first-round pick and the Panthers' first-round pick, and that pick ain't going to be very high. So if you want Caleb Williams, you could potentially come away with Caleb Williams and somebody else. And I think that you move on from Fields if he keeps playing like he has. 2nd and 5. Hand up the middle. Pickup of a yard and a half. We're going to call it 3rd and 3. Thanks, Shifty. Great to see you and all your followers. No Religion. Thank you for being here, No Religion. Thank you for everyone for being here, for hanging out on Sunday. This is a game that's turned out to be a lot better than I thought. I thought it would have been the score in the Bears-Chiefs game. I thought this would not have been too dissimilar. Aaron would come back, but as the Vikings, I don't know about that. 3rd and 3. Prescott in the shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers down low. They're going to look for one of them. Snap is away. He does look for one of them. Wide open as Brandon Cooks down to the Cardinals 20. Cardinals playing really soft there. To me, it feels like the Cardinals happy to give up a field goal. They don't want to give up a touchdown. They don't want to give up the big play. They want to let this wind down. I think the way the Cardinals want to play the rest of this game is they want to ultimately, if they give up a field goal, they don't care. But they want the clock to wind down, then hopefully their offense can move the ball. 1st and 10, Dallas from the 20-yard line. Prescott in shotgun, snap his way, fakes the handoff, looking over the middle. Going to be caught there by Michael Gallup. 1st down, Dallas. And that means 1st and goal coming up probably from the 9.5 yard line. Tommy thinks it's over. Maybe, but the Browns paid him a lot of money. Watson, I think the Browns could stick with Deshaun Watson for another year or two. Kyler Murray to Tampa Bay. I just don't know Tampa's cap situation. That's the thing. 1st and goal from the 10. Prescott behind center. They're going to pitch it out to the left to Pollard. Pollard cuts it back inside, gets 2 yards. 2nd and goal from the 8. And there's 10 minutes left in this game. Shifty, the offense hasn't done shoot. You're right, 100%. But, I guess, and there is Barnes, the linebacker who's played really well for the Cardinals. He is down on the field. 2nd and goal from the 8, going to be coming up after this. But, no, you're right, Tommy. The offense they haven't done anything in the second half. They've done nothing. But I think that, of course, the coach has to believe that they can do something. So if they can hold them to 3, you're still up by 5. You run the clock down. Maybe you can get into field goal range or something. Eat up some clock. Let's see. Kyler Murray to Tampa Bay. I don't know. Maybe. Worst contract in history of NFL, but Browns. If Deshaun Watson can turn it around. Now, look, again, in no way am I going to talk about his off-the-field stuff, but if Deshaun Watson can turn it around, then maybe it's... He looked pretty good today, but I just don't think that the Titans are any good. I 100% agree, Shifty, and so I don't think that they'd take Kyler, especially if that's enough. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Kyler I would imagine that the Cardinals would probably be on the hook for a lot of the money from the contract. Like, they would have a lot of dead cap or what have you. But still, the team who takes on Kyler Murray is going to have to pay him a lot of money. And the question is, how much are teams bought into Kyler Murray? I'd be curious to see if there were any coaches who were on the Cardinals offensive coaching staff who now work for other teams, and they could maybe give some insight and be like, oh, we should trade for him, or maybe we shouldn't. That would be something pretty interesting to think about. Even if the Cowboys scored 2, you're right, Eric, they still need to score it. Touchdown Carolina. So it's still 41-0 Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs, what the hell's going on here? And the Bears are at the Chiefs 7. Comeback, possibly. And the Carolina Panthers get the... Is that a 2-point conversion? Oh, no, just they score a touchdown. So it's 22-20. There's still a whole quarter left in that game. And that game started like 20 minutes before this one. But there's a chance that Carolina, if they can get a win, if Seattle goes 0-2 at home to start the year, that's crazy. Plenty of time for the Seahawks to lose. The coach wasn't even a good D coordinator. So it's 2nd and goal here for the Cowboys from the 8-yard line. Prescott in shotgun. CeeDee Lamb in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, pitch it out to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb goes nowhere. Decent play design, but the Cardinals played it really well. 3rd and 8 coming up. Browns have a history of... Oh, yeah. The only good quarterback somewhat consistently for the Browns was Bernie Kosar. So 22-20, the Panthers... So you're telling me there's a chance? Good point. Connection to the NFL. That could be something to think about. 3rd and goal from the 8. Prescott and shotgun back to his right. Trips up top. They're going to be looking down low for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb 101. Incomplete. CeeDee Lamb wants a flag. There is no flag as far as I can see, and there shouldn't be. 4th and goal from the 8. What do the Cowboys do? What Bernie Kosar? Yeah, Bernie Kosar. He was like the one quarterback who was with the Browns consistently who was pretty decent. 4th and goal. Looks like they're gonna take the field goal opportunity. Interesting. I mean, I guess you kind of have to do that, don't you? With this much time, there's 9.5 minutes left in the game. Snap is away, hold is good, kick is up, and it's good. So 16-21 now. Cardinals going to get the ball from the kickoff. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to take a quick break while we're in commercial break. Stay tuned. Alrighty. Cowboys looking to tie. No, the Cowboys, they went for the field goal. They obviously believe that they can get something going. They can get a stop, which the Cardinals offense has shown nothing in the second half. So I don't blame them for going that direction. But if the Cardinals can actually get a drive going and put up some points, man, that would be awesome. Way to hold him D, yeah, says Joey Awesome. Money Manziel from Texas. He's not Money Manziel anymore. And last I heard, he's not doing so great in that department. Cards are feisty, I'll give him that. Yeah, that's the thing, Joey. Look, everyone was making fun of Jonathan Gannon for his speeches and stuff. And I kind of was too, to be honest. But did this guy just go to the bathroom? Wow. But no, I'm back. I'm ready to rock and roll. But I think the Cardinals, they could have won week 1. They could have won week 2. They're beating the Cowboys. They're not they're not the worst team in the NFL for sure. I had them on my first two power rankings, I had them as the worst team, but they're not going to be there on my latest power rankings next week. Kick is away. It's going to be taken out of the end zone, and it's up to the 24. 9:28 left in the game. Come on, Arizona. Let's get something going here on offense. If they don't, let me see. Cardinals need one. Yeah, you're right, Jim. If they can get a touchdown, jeepers, that's it. That's game right there. If they don't at least get a few first downs, yeah. Are you drinking Irish? It's not Irish beer, actually. It's, I think it's Belgian. But I'm drinking beer, so we're having a good time. Lagunitas is really good. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Dobbs in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out to his left. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it down. Wide open! Wide open! Down to the 30. 25. Trying to make a man miss. Down to the 15. Down inside the 10-yard line. Let's go, Cardinals. Huge play right there. The Dallas Cowboys defense just fell apart. Holy moly. No one was covering 14. Wide open, Josh Dobbs. Throws it, hits the guy perfectly. You're totally right, Cato. What in the world was that? Wide open. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Cardinals. Nice run after the catch, too. Belgian lager. It's like a wheat beer. It's like a Hefeweizen. 1st and goal from the 7. Dobbs hands it off to Connor to the right. Connor gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7-yard line. Huge play from the Arizona Cardinals. What a great play call. Holy moly. Wow, that was something. That was something. But now you got to finish it. You got to finish this drive. If you get in the end zone, I'm not saying that it's game over, but it's getting close. 2nd and goal here from the 7. Dobbs in shotgun. Connor to his left. 2 receivers up top. 2 tight ends down low. Receiver motion down low. Keeps it. Flips it over to Ertz. Ertz to the 2-yard line. Do you guys remember that Cardinals-Packers playoff game in overtime where Carson Palmer flipped the ball to Larry Fitzgerald? They kind of did that. They faked the handoff to Connor, flip it over to Zach Ertz, tries to get in the end zone. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line now. Nice play. Here we go. Dobbs in shotgun, fakes the handoff, just rolling back, throws it. Touchdown, Hollywood Brown! Hollywood Brown! Touchdown, Cardinals! Let's go! Marquise Hollywood Brown. Here we go, Cardinals. Cardinals score the touchdown, and the Cowboys. I'm not saying it's over, but it's going to be tough for these Dallas Cowboys now. Holy moly. Who'd have thunk that? That play took a while to develop. Dobbs was just like stepping back. And now you're going to kick the extra point, so you make it a 12-point game. He missed it! No, they're saying he got it. It looked like it was wide. He got it. So it's a 12. So the Cowboys need 2 touchdowns. I thought he missed the extra point. What in the world? It's Marquise Brown, but his nickname is Hollywood. Always trust the guy who came up with take the points. Take the pints. Even better. That's great. No, I thought he missed the extra point, but the officials said it was good. I thought it was, I mean, if you look, I thought it was wide. That's why. But wow, what a turn of events here. What a drive for the Cardinals. The Cardinals offensively did nothing the entire second half. They get that great play. Number 14 gets wide open. Great play call. And they get in the end zone. And now it's a 12-point game, so the Cowboys need 2 touchdowns. That's why that extra point was so big, because if he missed that extra point, which it looked like he almost did, you could get away with a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. But this changes the complexion. They need 2 touchdowns now. Jeepers. So the Seahawks are up 29-20 over the Panthers. And there's still a lot of time left in that game, but it's not looking good for Carolina. Carolina probably going to... And Carolina, they don't have their first-round pick. That goes to Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, they're down 41-3. The Chiefs have their Blaine Gabbert, oh my God, he's in the game for the Chiefs. So, yeah, they're not scoring any more points. But 41-3, Chicago moves to... Chicago's the worst team. Is there any debate about that now? Chicago's the worst team in the NFL, right? That was Mega Pints. Shifty, when are you going to do mock drafts? Says Nathan, how you doing, buddy? I'm not going to be doing mock... I'll be honest with you. I'm probably not going to be doing any mock drafts for a while. My thought process and like the time that I do have to do videos and live streams, I don't have a lot of time for it. But I love to make time for it. But it's, I'm just not even thinking draft right now. I'm just thinking 1 week at a time. I'm thinking playoffs, so I will do a mock draft. I mean, you know how I do it. I do mock drafts, but it's probably not going to be for a while. Dak is going to have to be that guy now, but he'll never be BCB. Dexter says Dak is whacked. Put in Trey Lance. I'm not even sure if he's active. Hey, Geezer's here. Geezer, long time no see. What's happening, Geezer? Great to see you. A moody kick last week looked like a miss. Why are they screwing? They need to fix some of the camera angles for the kicks, or they need to have like almost like a projection for like as if the goalpost went like infinitely high or something. But let's see. Imagine if they did. That's why punting that ball early, allowing your defense is Joey. I think you hit on something. Trey Lance it's not going to be Trey Lance ain't going out there today. That's for sure. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. From their own 25, Dak hands it off up the middle. Good yards there from Pollard. Maybe gets a first down. Gets at least 9, possibly 10. I think they're going to give him the first down, 10 yards. Geezer is young. But good to see Geezer around again. Snap is away. Prescott looking to throw. Throws it quick to Michael, galloping up to midfield into Cardinal territory to the Cardinal 45-yard line. Cardinals have to be a bit more aggressive now. They can't just go totally soft coverage. At the Cardinal 45, 6.5 minutes to go. Prescott snap, throws it. Incomplete. Good coverage there from the Cardinals. Hopefully they can finish though. Yeah, crazy weekend. Cardinals, Colts, and Texans. And look, let's not say the Cardinals have won yet. The Cardinals can find new and creative ways to lose games. But, I was also alluded to say Dallas is very disappointed in defense. Says Randy. Happy to see y'all too. Been focusing on life and stuff, so I'm happy. Yeah, it's a rough game for your Titans, Geezer. But great to see you, buddy. 2nd and 10. Quick pass to Gallup, who's going to get about 9 yards to the Cardinals 36. Cardinals playing that bend, don't break defense, but they're happy to let the time go. But Cowboys still have 3 timeouts too. At the Cardinal 37, 3rd and 1, they hand it to Pollard at the middle. Pollard gets the first down to the 32. There's laundry on the field. Good call, Cato. Maybe it's a holding. That would be nice. Eric Dane long shot sometime instead of goal. 2 beams. Oh, it's against the Cardinals, so they're going to accept it. 2 beams. Well, the beams you'd have to have it so you can figure out a way if it goes through the beam would it hit off it and go in? 2 games tomorrow night, so Sean, you're right. If Dum Dum McCarthy kicked, yeah, Jimbo, you're not wrong. Plenty of time, but Dak will choke, says Dexter. 3rd and, yeah, so now it's first down after the penalty. 1st and 10 Cowboys from the 27. They dump it off. Cardinal defenders there, and they get him. They don't get him down. down. They don't get him down at all. And he gets 9 yards. He should have been tackled for a 3-yard loss. How did they not take him down? There was 3 Cardinals there. 2nd and 1. Dak hands it off, and this is going to be probably a false start, maybe. There's multiple flags. Maybe it was actually an offside against the defense. Andy Dalton is a backup. Better than Sam Darnold. Well, Sam Darnold won some games for the Panthers last year. I'm hopeful that Tannehill is somewhat improving. Geezer, I would probably give up on Ryan Tannehill. I think at some point, it's early in the season, so you kind of still want to really, but like at some point you got to look at Malik Willis and Will Levis and just be like, do we have something in these guys? J-Mouse, yo. How we doing, J-Mouse? Good to see you. 2 games tomorrow night. I'm hopeful that, I wouldn't be super hopeful in Tannehill. He's been in the league long enough that he is what he is. Plus, the guy can't move at all. Yeah, what was that, Mickey? What was that tackle? Like, you had 3 or 4 defenders. If the Niners did that, I'd be livid. Titan would be all right. Titan would be all right. They'd be in playoff. They're not going to go to the playoffs, I don't think. Whatever we do with goalposts in the future, I hope it looks like Tron. That would be freaking rad. That would be cool. But, it's a hold. Wait, what was the call there? 2nd and 1 Cowboys at the Cardinal 18. Clock is moving. Prescott got time, throwing it for the end zone. Got Gallup! Incomplete. Good defense, I think. But there's a flag on the play. And they're going to call it a pass interference. And see, Tommy, I don't know about this pass interference. I know that you kind of agree with me, but that ain't no pass interference. I don't know about that call. Look, should the defender have tried to get his head around? Sure. But, God, I don't know about that. I just question that a little bit. Look, maybe you call it like illegal. I think that should be like illegal contact where it's like 5. Wait, it's no flag. Okay, never mind. No flag. They get the first down, though. So, wait, look, there was no flag on the play, so might be. I don't have the volume on, so. But, so on third, so that was good that they picked up the flag. So, any criticism towards the officials, I retract that now. But they did get the first down. So, there's less than 5 minutes to go. Dak hands it off to Pollard up the middle from the 16, gets to the 11-yard line. Clock is moving. Cowboys in real hurry up. The logical truth says then they should challenge. Well, I don't think you can challenge flags anymore. They used to be able to challenge. There was 1 year in 2019 where you could challenge pass interference, but not anymore. 2nd and 5 from the 11. Prescott behind said that was a false start, I think. They handed off to Pollard, who gets the 5, and that was a late hit, too. That looked like a false start, though. Cowboys are chewing a lot of clock. There's about just over 4 minutes ago. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Cardinals defenders trying to get off the field, but Cowboys because the Cowboys made it. Oh, there's a Cardinal player down on the field now. There's a lot going on right now. We've seen countless guys make that catch over the defender's head as well, says Cato. But I'm glad they picked up the flag, so my criticism regarding that has been retracted because the officials obviously got together and they picked it up, so fair enough. Also, that Nick Moore catch just before halftime was such a fun moment to watch. Sucks they got nothing out. Yeah, you're right, Geezer. You're totally right, man. If Cowboys came back, says Sean, they're probably going to score here. Dak can screw this up. He's going to screw it up. Run, clock, run. Yeah, the clock is my favorite team at the moment. Cowboys are starting to panic. Knowing the Cardinals, I'm not... Yes, Geezer, you're right. I feel like the Cardinals can find creative ways to lose, but this is still... Look, first and goal, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Cowboys need 2 touchdowns if they want to get back into it. What is going on with the Cardinal defense here? Why are they making substitutions? Snap is away. And he gets tackled for a loss. Loses 2 yards. Let's go. That was Cameron Thomas, the edge player. Was he from San Diego State, I think? San Diego State, I want to say. Cameron Thomas. Second and goal from the 7. Clock is moving. Prescott behind center. Single back. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. 1 on each side. Snap is away. They hand it off to Pollard at the middle and gets maybe to the 5-yard line. Third and goal from the 5, and the clock is moving. This is some interesting play calls, but the Cowboys, you're obviously in 4-down territory, 100%, but clock is moving. Using a lot of time here. We're nearing 3 minutes left in the game. Prescott and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers down low. Receiver and tight end up top. Receiver up top motioning down. Prescott in shotgun. Throwing for the end zone. Intercepted! It's intercepted! It's intercepted by the Cardinals. Dak Prescott again blows it. Dak Prescott blows the play. Throws the interception. San Diego State, Joey. Thank you. Not San Jose State, San Diego State. Intercepted by the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are going to win the game. What on earth is happening here? Dak Prescott. A bad interception, too. That was bad. It was 3rd down. He didn't even have to throw it. But a bad interception. There was no chance. There was no lane there. Like, there was 3 Cardinal defenders around him. That is, look, Sean hit the nail on the head there. Classic Dak. And the Cowboys are going to lose to the Arizona Cardinals. Unbelievable. And Raymond B gifts a membership to Shifty's 49ers Talk. Eddie Rosen. Welcome, Eddie Rosen. I haven't seen you chats. You're like, why are you calling my name? Thank you to Raymond B for, I'm going to do Eddie Rosen via Raymond B. Thank you so much, Raymond, for the gifted membership. Shout out Eddie Rosen. Eddie Rosen. Step right up. Feel free to use those emojis. But now we know why they were running the ball. You're right, Derek. Oh my God. What was that throw, though? And it was 3rd down. Like, you have to know the situation where if you need to, you throw it away. If you have to, throw it away. You don't gotta go all in on that down. If it's 4th down, I get it. You gotta throw it. But, jeepers. Joey says the only 2 undefeated teams left are the Niners and the Dolphins. You have, Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel. There we go. Love to see it. Rip Cowboys says, yeah, jeepers, that's bad. And look, with the Cardinals winning, there is a number of good things here. Whack mascot is absolute garbage. Who's playing tomorrow night, says Joey. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, is the Eagles against the Buccaneers, and Rams-Bengals. Rams-Bengals is a good game. 1st and 10, Cardinals hand it off. They get a couple yards. I think the Cowboys probably going to start using their timeouts. Week 3 cannot be better. Niners win, Cowboys lose, says Mark. Dak is the same guy we all thought. Dak is who we thought he was. Eagles, Buccaneers, Rams, Bengals. Rams-Bengals, I think, is a good game because I think the Rams could win that, especially if Joe Burrow is not playing or doesn't look like he's near 100%. But shout out to Raymond for the gifted membership. Hell yeah. Let's add the gifted membership to the total. Thank you so much, Raymond, and shout out Eddie Rosen. 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals. The Cowboys used their first timeout. Pitch out to the right. James Conner got some blockers, get some good yards, only about a yard. He's about a yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1. If the Cardinals get a first down here, it's game over because the Cowboys have used their timeouts. John Gary Tatum says McCarthy is nothing for the red zone. Yeah, the Cowboys seemed a bit lost. Like they didn't seem great. In this game they're missing. Look, we do have to say the Cowboys are missing 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen, so that's for sure an impact. But yikes, when you're playing the Cardinals, I mean, bend don't break worked against Dak. Dak is part Romo. And I think they get the first down. They get the first down, do they, with this quarterback sneak? First down, Cardinals. First down, Cardinals. And that's, look, the Cowboys call their final timeout. With the next play, that'll take you to the 2-minute warning. I mean, look, man, the Cardinals have this game wrapped up. There's no way the Cowboys can win this one. So one of those teams will still be after tomorrow. Gotta hope Baker can pull through on the Bucs. Yeah, well, actually, the Eagles are still undefeated too, actually. So you have the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Eagles. But the Eagles, I mean, they still have to play their Week 3 game. And the Bucs, let's not discount them. I think the Bucs have a good roster. I mean, the big question is Baker Mayfield, but he's looked okay so far, so... They hand it to Connor. Connor breaking tackles. Gets about 7 on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 3. And that will... Whoa, there's a flag on the play. But it's Connor thinks that it's a face mask against Dallas. So that could be another 15 yards, first down. And then that is game over because the clock would wind down to the 2-minute warning. And you can just kneel it out. Don't throw into traffic. Well, John Gary, yeah, you're right. From the sounds of it, I'm guessing you're maybe a Cowboy fan. The problem that I had with Dak's throw is that it was 3rd down, so you don't have to force the issue there. If you need to, just throw it basically through the goalposts. If it's 4th down, I get it. You're like, look, you can't take the sack, so you have to. But like on 3rd down. That seemed like an absolute forcing it in where there's just no way it was going to happen. But, man, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the Cowboy 46, but the clock stopped. So Connor gets about... Connor fight! First down, Cardinals! And that is the game. Because the clock is going to wind down to the 2-minute warning, and you can kneel it out. That is game, ladies and gentlemen. That is game. Jonathan Gannon going to get his first win against one of the better teams in the NFL. But what a huge win here for the Arizona Cardinals. Holy moly. Oh, it's 2nd and 1. It's 2nd and 1. That's the problem. I thought it was first down. It looked like he got a first down. My bad. Sarah Connor. I'm going to try and get to as many of these comments as possible. Let's see. Never seen anyone as excited to see the Cards win over the Count. Then and Niner, says Mark. Yeah, you're right. Tennille Covington. How you doing, Tennille? Great to see you. Great to see you. It's kind of weird. It's a little weird, being here, not a Niner game, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. James Conner is ridiculous, says Geezer. Absolutely. It's the Cowboys' own damn fault. The Cowboys just screwed. I mean, that Dak Prescott interception. Again, the biggest thing is on 3rd down, you don't have to force that. If you need to, throw it through the back of the end zone. On 4th down, different story, but not not smart play as far as I'm concerned. Randy says goodbye, Shifty. Christian, gonna have dinner. Good night. Yeah, Christian, great to have you here, buddy. Randy, great to have you here. Yeah, it looks like the Seahawks. Let's go to that one. 41-10 Chiefs over the Bears. I mean, that game was over at halftime. And then it looks like, Seahawks are up by 9. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Carolina 17, 4 minutes left. Yeah, so that one's over. And Blaine Gabbert's going to kneel out, so the Chiefs are going to beat the Bears 41-10. If you're a Bears fan, yikes. Yikes. For all the people who are here, if you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe to the channel. Really helps out. And feel free to like the stream too. Cowboys seem to do that. Catch you next week. Yeah, I'm going to be here next Sunday. 49ers Cardinals. So that should be a great matchup. Because look, and we cannot, obviously, clearly we cannot overlook the Cardinals because they just beat the Dallas Cowboys. Who, if I did a power ranking video, I maybe would have put them at 1. Just saying. Before this game, obviously. Catch you next week. Shifty says, Cato, always a pleasure to have you here. Unfortunately, it looks like the Seattle Seahawks are going to win, so they're going to move to 2-1. That would have been nice if Carolina beat them, but, it is what it is. Dexter Smith says, the great God Jerry Rice says, good night, Niners for life. Jerry Rice, baby. Jerry Rice is basically what Brett the Hitman Hart said. He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. That's Jerry Rice. Always a great day when the Cowboys... It is always a great day when the Cowboys lose. Geezer says, I'm going to show up on my other account next Sunday because this account is practically abandoned. Oh, yeah, of course, Geezer, yeah. And if you need me to add you as a mod on the other channel, just let me know. NFL Niners for life. Let's go. Brian Jackson, my dad was a Cowboys fan. So you say that in the past tense. Hopefully your dad is still with us, number 1. But if not, hopefully he's now a Niner fan. Let me see. I feel like the Cowboys just wanted to make a play with 0. Yeah, you're right. They just didn't. It wasn't smart play calling. Well, maybe not. I'm not going to say that. It was just not a good decision from Dak Prescott to force the issue on 3rd down. You just don't have to do that. Like, it reminds me a little bit of NFC Championship game. Colin Kaepernick, we're at Seattle, and he forces the pass to Crabtree in the end zone where he didn't have to do. There's a time and place, but when you don't have to do that, why do it? Oh, Eric Dane, yeah. The excellence of execution. Brett the Hitman Hart. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Also, I'm going to show... I'm calling my Cowboy fan, but yeah. Losing to the Cardinals. And that's it. Game over. The Arizona Cardinals get a big win. The first win in the Jonathan Gannon era over the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, who prior to this game had scored 70 points and only given up 10, and they lose. Now look, the Cowboys missing a lot of offensive linemen. We get all that. But they lost to the Arizona Cardinals. And could this be a game where the Cowboys 3 months from now, they look back and they're like, this is what cost us the number 1 seed. This is what cost us the number 1 seed. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. The big thing here, though, is the Niners, what they have to take away from this is the fact that Arizona, you have to play your game. Because Arizona, they almost beat Washington. They almost beat the Giants. They beat Dallas. Like, the NFL is so crazy. The Niners have to show up, obviously, next Sunday at home against Arizona. Yeah, you're right, Jimbo. They were gonna be my number 1 team because look, they dominated the Giants 40-0. They beat the Jets 30-10. I was thinking, man, the Cowboys. But after this, next week's power rankings coming out on Tuesday are going to be pretty interesting. I'll tell you that. But spoiler alert, the Bears are number 32. The Bears are the worst team in the NFL. That's no question. There's no question about the Bears are the worst team. They are awful. They're a joke. Yeah, you're right, Tennille. I would not sleep. You really can't sleep on any team. But this Cardinals team is feisty. They're feisty. They're gonna battle, and that's something. look, and I said this earlier, but we all we all looked at the video of Jonathan Gannon and his like speech to try and pump up the people, like pump up the players, but it's like, and we were like kind of joking, it's like who are you talking to? But he's got them playing pretty good football. I'm not saying that they should be, but they easily could be 3-0. So that's crazy. So we cannot sleep on the Cardinals. That game is more difficult than I thought it would be. I'm a Niner fan living in Texas. Raymond's in Texas. Ooh, you're in enemy territory. You're surrounded by what? Cowboys, Texans fans? Yikes. Well, now, Raymond, you can talk mess for the next week. You can be like, the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. On any Sunday, anyone can beat anyone. You're right, Mark, 100%. No doubt about it. Anyone can beat anyone. Even the Giants smashed. Well, the Giants didn't smash Arizona. They were down 21-0 at halftime, but they ended up coming back and winning. But it was a close game. Thomas says Vegas made a lot of money, and Vegas will always make their money. You know, Vegas will always make their money. There's no doubt about that. That's a fact. Vegas, they know how to do their bets and they know how to do their odds and everything. They will win. In the grand scheme of things, they will win. Oh, there you go, Raymond. Yeah, talk your mess right there to all those Cowboy and oh, you're right, Stu. How about Ireland beating South Africa in the Rugby World Cup? If you guys aren't, watch rugby. Rugby's great. But Ireland beating South Africa in the Rugby World Cup, which was awesome. Hi, Shifty. Awesome. Stu, great to see you, Stu. Great to see you. I think Thomas, maybe you were joking, but Vegas will earn their money. One way or another, Vegas will get their money. There's a reason why it's Vegas and there's all these fancy schmancy casinos, because they win more than they lose. But actually, look, maybe they had Vegas probably won money here because they had so many people betting on the Cowboys to win. And that probably pushed, even if it pushed the point spread or whatever, Cardinals won, so Vegas probably won. Skip Bayless burning his Cowboys here again. Oh, God. That's wild. Burn the Dak jersey. Dak with another dreadful interception. They burned them all last year. 70% of the money was on Dallas minus. Oof, yeah, jeepers. I'm not surprised about that. Because what was I'm curious, what was the point spread? I think it was, I might be wrong, but I think it was Dallas by like 13 or something. So if you're betting on the Cardinals, you're given 13 points, but they ended up winning by 12. So, thank you, No Religion, for being here. Thank you, No Religion, for being here. Thank you, Tommy Huxley, for the super chat earlier. Thank you, Christian, for re-upping the membership. Thank you, Raymond, for the gifted membership. That's awesome. The over was a push, so nobody wins there. Well, nobody wins on the over-under, but on the straight up like bets for like, point spread or what have you. Vegas, they took 77% of the money and they're giving out 23%. So they're okay with that. I think they're pretty okay with that. So, but wow. Let's see. I think the other games have all finished. Well, there is one game being played right now, but it's Seattle 37, Carolina 20. 3 minutes to go, 3 possession game. So Seattle won that game. I'm curious to see Geno Smith. Decent game for Geno. What happened here? Like, it looked like maybe, did they have like, no, I thought they would have had like an interception or something, but weird. Let's see. Closing was 13.5. Yeah, I think I think I had seen 13 um, earlier, but 13 and a half. So, I mean, look, going into that game, would I have bet Dallas to win by 13 and a half? No, I don't know actually. Maybe if it was 10, I would have bet Dallas to win, but 13 and a half, funky things can happen in football games, you know? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that's pretty wild though. That the look, yeah, Vegas gets their money as they always do, seemingly. They will get their money one way or another. If they have to break people's thumbs, they will get their money. But wow, what a fun game, guys. Look, heading into this stream, I really wasn't expecting a whole lot just because I kind of did this relatively last minute. Um, and I really thought the Cowboys were going to win by like 20 points. But being like kind of honest with you, but what a great game. Massive win for the Arizona Cardinals. And not that you want your division rival to win games, but I think in the grand scheme of things, this helps out the 49ers. I ultimately think that Dallas is going to be a huge competitor for like, a top seed in the NFC. I ultimately think that we want the Cardinals to kind of get pushed away from getting Caleb Williams. So if they can win some games, if Dallas loses some games, I'm okay with it. But so I think the weekend was okay for the 49ers so far. Look, the Seahawks get the win. And look, at home against Carolina, they should win that game. The Rams playing tomorrow night against the Bengals. That's an interesting one because the Bengals haven't played well. But Jimbo says, how about them Cowboys? Mike McDaniel's Dolphins putting on a clinic, says Stu. 70 points. You're right, Stu. That was what a performance by the Dolphins. They're clicking. And the Dolphins did not have Jalen Waddle today. And Waddle's pretty darn good. Like, I'm not saying he's a top 10 receiver, but his speed, what he can do, and he wasn't even there. So, yikes. So the Dolphins looking great. If you're a Dolphins fan, you must be thrilled. You look at your division, the Jets, no more Aaron Rodgers for this year. The Patriots, they barely beat the Jets without, and then they're like, we got to beat the Bills. So that's whenever the Dolphins play the Bills, those are going to be some great games. That's going to be awesome. Starting line, says Thomas, was 12 and a half. Went to 13. I remember it being 13, and then with all the money on Dallas, with 13 and a half. Yeah. I've never heard of a score like, geez, winning by 50, but scoring 70 is just ridiculous. 1966 was the last time a team. Yeah, I think Joe. Thank you for that, Joe. I think maybe someone mentioned that earlier, but yeah, it's been 57 years since it. 57 years. And remember, we're in the era of like offense, and offense has a lot of the advantages with regards to the rules. And it hasn't been done in 57 years. That's incredible. In an NFL, like for a team to give up 70 points, y'all better beat the Cowboys next week, says Raekwon Harris. Well, Raekwon, we're playing the Cardinals next Sunday. I hope we beat the Cardinals, then I hope we beat the damn Cowboys too. That would be awesome. Geezer, Brandon Perna, Brandon Perna has like the newest worst game. It's 70 points. Jeepers. Philip says, thanks, Shifty. Love you. I love watching football, and I can't help but have the yes, do you know what I mean? But I just can't help but be energetic. I love watching football, so love that you guys are along for the ride too. Which is awesome. Yeah, Perna will have the latest new worst game ever. I think it was Washington. Washington scored 70. I mean, and obviously the NFL was almost unrecognizable back then compared to what we have today, but To give up 70 points. Wow. Like, how does that happen? I just think that's insane. And if I'm like, to see that score line is crazy to me. But were there some, let's see, the fourth quarter, Miami scored 14. What was the quarter that they really went off? I guess it was the second quarter. But they didn't even, it wasn't even like there was like pick sixes and funky things happened. It was like this offensively, they just scored. Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator for the Broncos. Yikes. Let's see how long more you have that job. I'm not trying to say anyone should get fired, but yikes. That's not good. Alrighty, guys. I want to just thank everyone. Got to score 30 to beat Brock Purdy. You're right, Jimbo. Look, Purdy scores 30. Simple as that. Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you, everyone, for hanging out tonight on this stream for the Arizona Cardinals. A big upset. I think the biggest upset today, probably the Texans going into Jacksonville and winning 37-17. That's a massive upset. But this has to be up there too, because I didn't really give the Cardinals much of a chance, and neither did most of the people in the chat. And that's, within good reasons. So, but Niners could have scored 70 in the Super Bowl against. Oh, Niners could have, yeah. That 89 Niners team was so good. Like, Steve Young is your backup quarterback. Like, a Hall of Famer is like your backup. If the Niners wanted to, in the 89 Super Bowl, they could have just offensively, that team, that was probably the best 49ers offense, but the 94 offense was pretty darn good too. The 94 offense, we had Ricky Waters and Jerry Rice and Brent Jones, and that 94 offense against the San Diego Chargers, that was pretty special as well. Let's see, Vance Joseph punching walls right now, geezer, to say the least. He is probably sitting in bed just like staring at the ceiling. 70 points isn't just a defensive failure. If the Broncos offense could have possessed I mean, that's true. But at the end of the day, your defense still gave up 10 touchdowns. I mean, I think there's maybe some field goals or whatever, but like, even if your defense is out there a lot, you shouldn't be giving up that much, which is just insane. Because let's look at the time of possession. Well, the time of possession was 33 to 27, 33 to 26 minutes. Like, if the time of possession was like 48 to 12 or 45 to 15, I think I would agree with you a little bit more, Eric, but the time of possession was pretty similar. So, I mean, I think there's something to be said for what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah. So, I mean, the defense was just hot garbage. Now, there wasn't a field goal. It was all 10 really 10 freaking touchdowns. Wait, I gotta see this. Touchdown. You're right. Yeah, it was 10 touchdowns. So they gave up 70 points. I want to see, out of curiosity. They gave up 70 points. That is freaking insane. Points. Like, 25 teams haven't given up 70 points through 3 games. Like, that's ridiculous. Raymond says, Shifty, you're the best. Oh, man, Raymond, you're the best, dude. Raymond, and I sincerely appreciate all the support and everything that you give to me and the stream. It is truly humbling and it's awesome. And thank you so much, because it means a lot. So I can't really say much more than that, but it's awesome and thank you. And it's greatly appreciated, probably more than you might know. So, um, Thomas says the 1940 Bears scored 73. That's wow. The 1966 Washington Redskins, I'm assuming they were scored 72. The 1950 Rams. So that was tied for the third most points in NFL history. Yikes. Raheem Mostert had 4 touchdowns today, Eric. And then I think Devin Achane, I thought it was like Akani, but Devin Achane, their rookie running back, had 3 touchdowns. So that's 7. Tyreek had 1, that's 8. Who else? But the fact that the Denver Broncos have now with that disaster of a game, the Denver Broncos have given up 122 points. The Niners have given up 42. The Bills have given up 35. The Browns have given up 32, and they've all played the same amount of games. Browns, actually, the defense is really good. Maybe they just played some bad offenses, but 2 2-point conversions. Okay. That couldn't have been possible unless they scored 3 field goals and got a 2. Yeah. I mean, 70 could have been possible with field goals and stuff if certain other, like you said, if certain other things happened. Think a chain, because I heard the announcers, it was like a chain, I think they pronounced that. I thought it was like a Kane or something, but a chain they called him. Had 4. They both had 4 touchdowns, and then Tyreek had a touchdown. Wait, who scored the other one? I'm just like really curious about this game because you just don't see this very often. Miami box score. And then so Tyreek, and then it was Robbie Chosen or Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson had one. 1940 Bears scored 73 in a playoff game. I'm not sure, but I think they had wacky playoff rules and like okay. Yeah, Mostert had 4, a chain had 4. So that's 8 of them. Tyreek had 1, that's 9, and then Robbie Chosen had 1. Chris Osorno says, I knew this was going to be a trap game for Dallas, but they didn't want to listen. Well, and that's the thing, because like the Cardinals, like, let's be real, like I think a lot of people had the Cardinals. I think every person headed before this game would have had the Cardinals as at least a bottom 5 team, if not more. And for this I did not see coming. Crazy guy, yeah, man. I mean, I'm just hoping the Niners just don't have the same fate as the Cowboys with regards to playing the Cardinals, because we play them next Sunday, and the Cardinals were impressive. Their run game was really good. They made plays on defense when they needed to, and yeah, it's just Josh Dobbs made some plays with his legs, so it's just a good game by the Cardinals. Luckily for the 49ers, we get to see what the Cardinals did, but I'm going to head off now, guys. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with the stream. I want to thank Tommy Huxley for the super chat, Christian for re-upping the membership, Raymond for gifting the membership, went to Eddie Rosen. Thank you, everyone, guys. If you haven't already, before you head out, like the stream, subscribe to the channel because it really helps out a lot. The next live stream I will be doing 100% will be 49ers against the Cardinals next Sunday, same time. I'll be doing some videos beforehand, power rankings, preview of the Cardinal game. But I want to thank everyone for hanging out. It was so much fun. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to head off now, but take care, and thank you very much. Before I head out, though, I always say 2 things. The butt counts, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.